Your heart wasn't ready for love.
Buck roll.
Won't try to change you. We tried our best and that's enough.
It's feeling like a 3-1 count, bases loaded and we down 4. I could play it safe, take 4, but we need more. It ain't about me, but the role that I'm here for. Kobe in the 2-4. I'm a shooter and it still feels good when you're young and still salute you. Wish I could've taught him more, wish I could've caught a fall. Hope it resonated when I told him always use ball and never let it use you. Yeah, cause they dick ride today, but tomorrow playing who's you, who's who? Man, the nerve of these niggas. If it wasn't OG, you never heard of these niggas. Every time we stepped out, there was a herd of these niggas. Told them it was up, gave my word to these niggas. Now I'm up on the cross, flipping birds to these niggas. Said I told them it was up, gave my word to these niggas. Now I'm up on the cross, flipping. Man, I apologize for coming across aggressive, but, well, no, but. I don't want anybody to take this personal. This is just me getting this the therapeutic, approach to all this. Just getting the old energy out so that way I could bring that new energy in. So this ain't about you, this more about me. 5th grade yearbook told the world I'ma make it. Learn ain't shit given. If you want it, gotta take it. Yeah, one day when I get older, I'm gonna be a rapper. Let me adjust my hat real quick. Man, grand rising to all, man. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Coming to y'all live from cold Jersey. Man, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? Hope all is well, man. We got a lot to discuss today. We're going to do a history lesson. Why? Just because I came across this video on King Leopold, didn't know anything about it. So we're going to learn a little bit about what was going on with King Leopold in the Congo. We got a couple videos from Megyn Kelly. We got to touch on this Tom Homan going to Minneapolis. A lot of people, I'm getting mixed reactions. Didn't hear his whole press conference, but did appreciate some of the change in tone and rhetoric that has been previously spewed or said regarding the mass deportation of the illegal migrants up there. We got a funny reel that I saw poking a little fun at the Democrats, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. We have a couple comments that have been made, and we're just going to show a few different examples of how some positives when it comes to how we're looking at politics, but also some negatives as well when it comes to all the bickering, us versus them, the tribalism that we always talk about, that, in my opinion, doesn't allow us to see things with the clarity necessary for us to figure out we got to come work together rather than just keep fighting each other, because ultimately that's not going to land us in any place that we want to land in as far as a community when it comes to humanity. But yeah, so first and foremost, let me see who's in the building real quick. We got Big Bro Finn, of course. Was my mic good? Hold on. I think it's good. I think we're good. I'm for truth, no matter who tells it. I'm for justice, no matter who it's for or against. Malcolm X, big bro, man. You got me reminiscing, man. We got to start looking at maybe some speeches from some previous leaders, maybe dissecting some of more Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, a lot of the people that came before us, Malcolm X's, his speeches. And I like reviewing them because it allows us to gain more of an understanding of what was going on at the time compared to what's going on now. I don't know what that will do for us. Hopefully, like we always say, it'll bring us some perspective. But maybe that'll be a dope little thing to start including in the show, because I went back and looked at a few different Malcolm X speeches, and it's damn near like he's talking about what's going on right now. And perhaps this is an example of, if we're not reminded of the things that people were going through years before us, generations. I think it'll do a few different things. It'll give us perspective that we always talk about, but it'll allow us to understand, like, oh, I didn't know people were dealing with that at that particular time. Maybe give a little bit of grace to especially the boomers that we always pick on a bit here. But yeah, in my mind, I was thinking about this video that I just saw. Marjorie Taylor Greene was talking about this recently. Yeah, we may actually watch it. There was a good who did she have a back and forth with? Who was she talking to? I just saw a video of her. I don't know if it was Megan Kelly or somebody else. She was talking to somebody else, but she dope conversation. I like Marjorie Taylor Greene. I like MTG. Yeah, how did we start off with Malcolm X and land on MTG? I don't know. Big Bro Finn said you should care less about what people think and more about what is right. Simple. The simplest quotes, man. Sometimes the most meaningful. Attitude, woo! And my favorite, attitude reflects leadership. Captain. Shout out to Julius and Bertier from Remember the Titans. I have to believe that those exact words were said in real life. I will not accept anything less. But attitude reflects leadership, and I think that's a good reminder for all of us. A good reminder for all of us. Let's see. Shout out to L. Relly in the building. Hey, Finn, found my book on reflections of Marcus Aurelius. Thought about, damn, does everybody have this Marcus Aurelius book? Like, I feel like I'm lacking. I feel like I didn't get the memo. I'm ordering mine today. Maya, if you're listening, you're an expert in ordering stuff online. Please, if you can help me out a little bit, that'll be great. 2, Kidlin's Law. Shout out to Big Bro Steve. If you write a problem down clearly and specifically, you have solved half of it. Whew. We may just go off y'all quotes for the show. So this, I'm gonna tell y'all why I love this quote. If you write a problem down clearly and specifically, you have solved half of it. This is actually very much in relation to this video that I'm going to show later with this UFC fighter. He had previous strong opinions and thoughts on Donald Trump, and then they showed an update video that he did, and I thought it was very dope. And we see this play out in politics maybe in not the best way most of the time, where we're not able to actually just acknowledge the problem. And when you think about a lot of the problems that we even face in our day-to-day lives, think about it. What time period is it right now? It's the new year, new me part of the year, right? January, everybody said that they were going to get their fitness goals, this goal, that goal, everything else, right? When we're not realistic about the problems that we're facing, we can't be realistic about solving those problems. And I think that's why when it comes to politics and how we see a lot of the things play out in the world, why chaos is so important. Because chaos allows us to give ourselves an excuse for not doing certain things that are necessary. But when we can properly identify a problem, like I would say in politics, the problem is left versus right. That's a problem, one of the problems. How do we address that? Well, maybe drop your flag. What do we always say? Drop your political affiliation, because it's getting in the way of us being able to properly negotiate for things that not both sides, but just people of America want. So that would be, yeah, that definitely hits home, big bro. Thank you for providing that. Let's keep it moving. Everybody's showing love. What's up, Michelle? Hope all is well. Is it crisp and cold in Kentucky in the Rolling Mountains? Is it Rolling Mountains in Kentucky? I feel like when I was driving through there was a lot of rolling mountains, a lot of green, a lot of trees. Finn said, I love a good rabbit hole, L. To be fair, it's usually Steve that leads me down them as of late. Oh, man, I love that. Happy Friday, big bro. Shout out to big bro Robert tapping in early. Let's see who else we got here. Michelle said, I'm going to be tearing some stuff apart this morning, so I'm going to watch on the big screen. I'll be listening. All right, so you good? Yeah, what you pulling apart? You getting rid of some junk? Shout out to Bubbles in the building. What's up, Bubbles? Hope all is well. Happy Friday, Phyllis. Good morning, podcast people from San Diego. Yo, every time Phyllis says she's tapping in from San Diego, a little piece of me, like, I don't know. It's calling myself out. Like, damn, bro, Phyllis just got up at 5. You didn't get up at 5 today. So thank you for that accountability, Phyllis. Shout out to you. Let's see. We got Paula in the building. I love Paula. What's up, Paula? Hope all is well. I'm still out with dogs in a muddy, rainy English field. Oh, man. Well, It's the sun's shining here. It's freezing cold, but the sun is shining, so can't be mad at that. What's up, Unc? Hope all is well. Unc Grand Rising. Good morning. Good morning, Steve, Finn, L, RB, Bubbles, Michelle, Grand Rising to all. Good morning. Good morning, BK. Good morning, nephew. Good morning, Unc. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Dogs are awesome, Steve. Dogs are awesome. It's the people. We gotta, if we behave more like dogs, we'd be better off. If we just showed love. Shout out to Romulus. What's good, Romulus? Hope all is well, man. Romulus always comes with some good energy and some insight. So always appreciate you being here, brother. Always, man. Let's see. Love a history lesson. Does anyone? My fault. I'm so behind on a lot of these. Motown Mojo. What's up, Motown? Hope all is well. We keep going through the same controlled issues for the same for a reason. Yeah. You're right. This is very much a cycle. It is very much a cycle. What's up, Samira? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Samira. But this is very much a cycle that we're going through. Nothing is new. Nothing is new. We keep repeating it. But it makes no sense. Like we're leaning into the same things that are not only going to repeat the cycle, but are going to repeat it in a more extreme, radical way. And then we're looking for that to be the solution. Like, you can't break this door down. The problem that we're facing, we can't break the door down. We have to figure out a way to move a little bit more intelligently and logically and stop thinking that we could just break this door down. That's just not the approach to these type of issues. We got to come to the table and just figure things out. Just work together and figure things out. Like, can't we all just get along? That's got to be more of the energy. Paula said, I recommend Beyond Good and Evil. All right. Maybe we'll have to look into that. You see how I avoided the last name, so I don't got to try to pronounce it. Yeah. Good and Evil. Yeah, y'all go check that out. This book is a goat on stoicism. That one y'all talking about? All right, dope. Or the Marcus Aurelius. Both of them, I'm sure. HCB in the building. What's up, HCB? Only books people need to read is chemistry and physics. All right, so you more onto the chemistry and the physics. That's interesting. Why? I'm wondering why you say the only books people need to read on chemistry and physics. How do you draw a lot of life's lessons from a lot of these chemistry and physics books? It's something that I wouldn't even really connect, but as you're saying it, or as you said it, and as I'm thinking about it, I think I can draw some connections as that would make a lot of sense. So yeah, definitely. El Relly, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. See, this is when you start, y'all don't know how hard. Sometimes you just read it because in your mind, you know how you just reading stuff and you're not really going through, you're not prepping for this stuff. So you just whatever. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. All right. So y'all understand what we're saying. All right. Is that everybody? I think we got hold up. Don't forget Scranton, PA in the house. Don't forget. Shout out to Joe. What's good, Joe? Hopefully all is well. Man. All right. Dutch coming through like he always does. Yeah, I've been listening to the Marcus Aurelius meditations. All we need, actually, we have the solution. All we need is the entire world to just join in on this convo. They can't have the ability to comment. It's just got to be the homegrown community being like, they got to earn their ability to comment. I'm joking, kind of. I don't know. But all we need is the entire world to just come in and engage in one of these conversations, and they'll see like, you could agree, you could disagree with people. You just do it respectfully. You just we all got the same goal. We just want things to be better. Like, can we just move in a positive direction? So that's the goal. One more person in the combo every day, and we're doing our part. All right, let me keep it going. I think we good. Motown, we got to finish. We can't leave that one off. My favorite quote: you can't get to a different destination on the same beaten path. You can't get to a different destination on the same beaten path. We have been going on this same beaten path for a very long time. Let's figure something else out. That's what we're actively doing every time we jump on here. So it's appreciated. All right, so let's get into this first video, if it's cool with y'all, we're going to do a little bit of a history lesson. The video is not too long. We'll get through as much as we can before y'all get too bored with it. But I thought it was interesting. I thought that this was very interesting. I wasn't too familiar with King Leopold. I wasn't too familiar with the history of Congo. So this was interesting for me. So I said, you know what? Maybe they'll find it interesting as well. So let's get into this so then we can move on with the rest of the hot topics for today. Let me make sure the screen is shared so y'all can see it. And we are good to go. All right.
Long after the European powers agreed to abolish slavery, and after the United States fought a civil war that ended the practice, one nation, or to be precise, one man in Europe, still held out. The lure of incredible wealth took a back seat to humanity, where violence, torture, and even murder were the price of profit. People often reflect upon Nazi Germany for using slave labor, or Stalin's gulags, and even the days of the colonial slave nations of Europe. Many will point to the use of slave labor in China today. But there was one nation, one ruler, who established a record of unimaginable cruelty that still reverberates throughout Africa to this day. What was the Congo to the nation of Belgium? Why was it not a colony when the European powers?
My fault. I was on mute because I needed to do a little sniffle. So what I was saying is that opening sentence where they're talking about money, that seems to be a reoccurring theme with not only what we go through today, but what has been, the saying biblical, right? The lust for all money is the root of all evil. So keep in mind, that's just something I didn't even realize when got to the end, because I listened to this while I was in the shower. I didn't even realize in my mind that they had said that leading it off. But everything about this particular situation was just screaming that. Like, people justify doing very evil things when it's putting money in their pockets. We see it now. We've seen it before. So hopefully we can have more of these reminders to constantly refresh our memory and perhaps hold us accountable to not leaning in that direction right now and calling out the people that do and just understanding how this all works. Follow the money, right? We'll keep it going. Sorry about that.
All had control of Africa. Why was Belgian control so controversial?
Hello, I'm Colin Heaton, a veteran of the United States Army and Marine Corps, former history professor, book author, and welcome to this episode of Forgotten History.
Y'all familiar with Forgotten History?
In 1884 to 1885, the Congress of Berlin, also known as the Berlin Conference, was organized by Imperial German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck at the request of King Leopold II of Belgium. This saw the gathering of the representatives of the major European powers, including the United States. This was a meeting where the Europeans decided to carve out the continent of Africa for themselves and establish borders with each other. It became known as the Scramble for Africa. 14 countries had participated, but 7 of them, such as Austria-Hungary, Russia, Denmark, the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, the Ottoman Empire, and the United States, did not obtain any possessions in Africa. Those that did, such as Portugal, France, Spain, Great Britain, Belgium, Italy, and the International Congo Society that handled these French and Belgians over that territory, walked away with undisputed control of their African colonies. As a result of the agreement from 1885 to 1908, the Congo Free State, in name only, and today called the Democratic Republic of the Congo, was considered a colony of Belgium, but in reality it was not. The Congo was the personal property of King Leopold of Belgium who wanted to have a strong global monopoly on the rubber trade. At first, the Congo was 1 million square miles of worthless jungle, until the early 1890s when rubber became a commodity. This was when all land was nationalized, with the majority of the land distributed to private companies as concessions for rubber harvesting, with Leopold being the main shareholder. In the north, the Société Anversoise was given 62,000 square miles, and the Anglo-Belgian India Rubber Company received a similar-sized territory in the south. The Compagnie de Katanga was given a smaller territory in the south, and the Compagnie de Grand Lac received a similar-sized region in the east. King Leopold kept over 97,000 square miles of territory for himself, which was known as the Crown Domain. When added to the territory he already controlled under the private domain, he was one of the world's largest landowners and one of the world's wealthiest men. What spurred this massive push to exploit the rubber and the people living there was the invention of the tire, as well as rubberized raincoats, shoes, and other gear. The automobile industry and other inventions due to the Second Industrial Revolution saw the increased need for natural rubber, which came from rubber trees. The Congo was the world's largest producer, and it was one of the richest locations on Earth as a result. American companies, such as that owned by Harvey Samuel Firestone Sr., who started his own company in 1890 making rubber tires for carriages, demanded that product. Between 1891 and 1906, these companies were allowed to operate without any legal or humane oversight in order to exploit the rubber trees as well as the local people, using forced labor and threats of violence against the population so that the rubber could be collected cheaply to maximize the profits. These companies recruited a number of black officials, known as capitas, to organize and recruit local labor. The capitas were usually compensated for their efforts at getting workers with cheaply acquired items, such as cloth, beads, salt, or a knife, or something like that. One documented event was when a chief who ordered his subjects to gather rubber was rewarded with his own slaves. The Free State's military force was called the Force Publique, and they enforced the brutal labor policies. The force was established in 1885 with white officers and NCOs and black soldiers. By 1900, the Force Publique numbered 19,000 men. Most of the soldiers were recruited from Zanzibar, Nigeria, and Liberia, among other places. This was so that the soldiers would have no direct connection to the people they were ordered to abuse and therefore have little sympathy. Some soldiers were recruited in the Congo specifically, but from ethnic and social groups considered to include the Bangala and the Zapo-Zaps from the Songye ethnic group. They were recruited by the whites to be enforcers, as they were the most feared by the Congolese people, and for good reason. The Zapo-Zaps had a history of cannibalism, and they often raided for slaves, which was not deterred by the Europeans. In addition to the army, rubber companies employed their own militias, which often worked in tandem with the Force Publique to enforce their rule. Those Congolese people who refused to work in the rubber plantations were often killed, or at the very least beaten and sometimes maimed, and entire villages burned to the ground and their children taken as slave labor.
This is in 1900. This is in 1900. Dang, like this.
In 1900, Firestone soon saw the huge potential for marketing tires for automobiles and then founded the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company, and for this he needed tons of rubber. In fact, there was a worldwide demand, so Firestone made a deal with Leopold for the rubber. This new demand for rubber to be shipped to the United States drastically increased the rubber quota placed upon the workers. People were literally worked to death. On top of the brutal working conditions, there was no national health care provided to the unpaid workers, and by 1901 it was determined that over 500,000 Congolese had died of a variety of diseases, such as the sleeping sickness, malaria, cholera, and amoebic dysentery, and there was also a long-standing famine. Death was always nearby. The workers could not grow food in the acidic jungle soil, which was perfect for planting and growing rubber. Those areas good for farming were left unattended, as the farmers were forced to harvest rubber, so no food was grown. Feeding the workers was not considered a priority, while the European overseers had their food shipped in and cattle raised for their food supply. What was well recorded were the many atrocities committed in the Congo, Punishments for not working at all were often death in various ways, from beheading, being shot, and the ever-popular hand tax.
What's wild is I put this picture on the thumbnail and didn't realize, like I realized, but didn't realize that that's his limb. Like I wasn't even looking at it that closely to be like, damn.
And failure to meet the rubber collection quotas was punishable by death, and the force publique were required to provide the hands of their victims as proof when they shot and killed someone. This requirement was due to the fear from the company managers that the soldiers would use their bullets for hunting or possibly even stockpile their ammunition for a mutiny. The black soldiers were also not paid very well, so they were allowed to rape and pillage as part of their compensation. These abuses did not go unnoticed and were chronicled by witnesses, such as one Catholic priest cited by historian Adam Hochschild in his book, King Leopold's Ghost, A Story of Greed, Terror, and Heroism in Colonial Africa. And he quoted a man, Desamboy, speaking of the hated state official Leon Freve, who ran a district along the river 300 miles north of Stanleyville. All blacks saw this man as the devil of the equator. From all the bodies killed in the field, you had to cut off the hands. He wanted to see the number of hands cut off by each soldier, who had to bring them in baskets. A village which refused to provide rubber would be completely swept clean. As a young man, I saw Fivier's soldier, Mohili, then guarding the village of Boyeka, take a net, put 10 arrested natives into it, attach big stones to the net, and tumble it into the river. Rubber causes these torments. That's why we no longer want to hear its name spoken. Soldiers made young men kill or rape their own mothers and sisters. Another example of the horrors the people endured is chronicled by historian Peter Forbath in The River Congo, the discovery, exploration, and exploitation of the world's most dramatic rivers, who recounted one junior officer who described a raid to punish a village that had protested. The officer in command ordered us to cut off the heads of the men and hang them on the village palisades, and to hang the women and the children on the palisade in the form of a cross. After seeing a Congolese person killed for the first time, a Danish missionary wrote, "The soldier said, 'Don't take this to heart so much. They kill us if we don't bring the rubber. The commissioner has promised us if we have plenty of hands, he will shorten our service.'" In Forbath's own words, the baskets of severed hands set down at the feet of the European post commanders became the symbol of the Congo Free State. The collection of hands became an end in itself. Force publique soldiers brought them to the stations in place of rubber, and they even went out to harvest them instead of rubber. They became a sort of currency. They came to be used to make up for shortfalls in rubber quotas to replace the people who were demanded for the forced labor gangs, and the force publique soldiers were paid their bonuses on the basis of how many hands they collected. Many people call the Belgian Congo a genocide or Holocaust, but what did King Leopold know? What did he believe? And what did he do about it? Historian Barbara Emerson stated, "Leopold did not start genocide. He was greedy for money and chose not to interest himself when things got out of control." According to Hochschild, while not a case of genocide in the strict sense, the atrocities in the Congo were one of the most appalling slaughters known to have been brought about by human agency. So remember that, long after the European powers and the United States abolished slavery, the Belgians, through their king and their willing accomplices, were conducting slavery and brutality on a grand scale. 60 years after the Congo gained independence, on June 30th, 2020, King Philippe of Belgium sent a letter to Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi expressing his deepest regret for acts of violence and cruelty committed during the existence of the Free State and other transgressions that occurred during the colonial period. However, he never mentioned his relative, King Leopold, as being the primary responsible party. And no, there were no reparations.
Thank you for watching Forgotten History. Please click like, subscribe, and share. Send us comments and show ideas, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time.
Dang, man. kind of interesting. Let me my fault. What's up, Glay?
Oh, Glay, what's good?
You got to see some of that?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeesh.
a rough one. I see a few of these comments.
Yeah, that's rough, bro.
You know,
How did you get onto this?
yo, it just came across because I watched a lot of the Forgotten History videos
Mm-hmm.
just by trying to look stuff up. It just teaches you stuff in like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, cool.
And I was like, hold up, nah, this can't be true. And then like I was listening to it maybe half sleep last night, and then I got up again and I'm listening like, oh shoot. And yeah, it's a reminder of how evil humanity can be, driven to become.
Yeah,
For selfish needs, selfish nature, not needs, but for just the selfish nature of certain individuals, man. But that's rough. The fact that it happened in the 1900s.
that's yesterday.
Yeah. Like, and for me, you know what it really did go? For me, it's just when you see all these atrocities happening throughout the world, it's just another reminder that people that are willing to, like in most cases, people that are willing to do things by whatever evil measures, like they have no principles when it comes to that. They can control and manipulate a lot of the other people that are more of the sheepish mindset.
Yeah,
You know, just allow stuff. And they can do it in a way where a lot of the people that may not even agree with it, like who's going to be willing to stop me? I'm willing to go to certain lengths that you're not willing to. So who's going to stop me? That's like the type of energy that I hear. Samira said, how is this any different today? There are actually people who believe that the Arab kids will grow up to be terrorists if they aren't killed today. This doesn't shock me at all. Yeah, maybe, and that may be the most shocking part, perhaps. Like when we really think about it, it's like, you know, I mean, we may have been naive of certain particular events, but look what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Didn't
if we
that guy
had
come out?
journalists, go ahead, my fault.
No, I was gonna say that guy that you showed a couple videos ago said that. He was like, remember, he was like something about if they have an ounce of Arab or Muslim blood, they're you know what I mean? He was making it seem like because they're born this way, they're going to be they should go to hell.
Yeah,
Which is just so wild to think. And yeah, that's just wild to think. But if you think about like that shows you how sheep people are. That you could say a lie like that, and that somebody would go to the lengths to continue that lie to this day. Even the people that claim to be strong.
As far as what lie?
Like for them to say like, oh, he's got an ounce of he's gonna be a terrorist because he comes from a Muslim family or something like that. Like even he's brainwashed and he thinks he on top. He thinks he's, remember, I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was Jewish.
It was, well, I've heard Bibi Netanyahu say that, like when it comes to the Amalekites. Like,
that's their bag.
He straight said that.
Yeah, that's their bag.
Yeah. So him, it was probably Randy Fine or Mark Levin. I mean, it's so many of them. I mean, just and as brutal as this is why maybe perhaps we, not necessarily watching these videos to judge, because we'll judge things in the past acting like, you know, and not be refreshed, our memory refreshed with some, like what Samira said, and see like, no, we're condoning and complicit in a lot of these things happening right now. And when you see Nikki Haley sign a bomb, give them hell that you know is going to kill women and children, innocent women and children, and you're signing a bomb, and that's one of the ladies, one of the people that was running for president who was raising like a lot of money, raising a lot of money. And these are our politicians. So it's like we see what we see, to what extent they're willing to go to, what standards they're willing to violate, what they're willing to do right in front of us, knowing that we got a camera on them. Could you imagine what people would be doing back when people didn't have phones, back when they didn't have cameras? Back when
Well,
there weren't these rules that said, "Oh yeah, you got to work," or you have to have these type of rules and standards when it comes to making sure that people aren't working in sweatshops and all that type of stuff. That stuff goes on now.
yeah.
It's just sometimes it's just sad when we get reminded of how evil humanity can be.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those sad things a lot of times where it's like, damn, we did that. Like our team, nah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what makes it even unfortunate is that people will want to dismiss that type of history because of the light that it could the light that the people of this day will like almost as if like people want to ignore what the past has gotten us when you let people, especially politicians and people that can control these type of individuals, these sheep, these people that may not, think for themselves for whatever reason they choose not to, or just either don't have the capacity to, but like they still run that play today. And that's just so sad because it's like we still talking about y'all being sheep to this day. Like all this history, all this pain, all these groups of people done went through. Y'all still choosing to be on some sheep behavior? We can't keep doing this, bro. But it's just like, what you going? For them, it's like, what I'm gonna do. I sent you a dope clip. We'll review it before the end. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but it was a lady that spoke about being an entrepreneur and or being a working for a company or whatever. And the lady had basically addressed her. She was like, look, man, you're so fucking talented. Like, why don't you start your own shit? And she was like, because I can't handle what you can. And she was just so honest about it. She was like, I can't, I need to know what I'm gonna get every 2 weeks. I can't deal with the chaoticness. I can't deal with the not knowing. She's like, I am talented, but I'm just not you. And then it was very relative to see, like, damn, like that's just in a job format. But like, what happens when that, like, where does that line stop? Like, when can we raise the bar? And when can we allow politicians and people in control to stop continuing to lower the bar? It's like we got to pick up our shit, but then we got to make sure that they don't try to set the bar so in hell where it's like these type of behaviors are done. I've seen in the chat where you guys are speaking about like human trafficking and sex trafficking and things of that nature. It's like, damn, bro, like we fighting for the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
We fighting for the Epstein. Y'all want to talk about immigrant. We fighting for children being shipped and trapped. And this shit be condoned by politicians. It ain't even like they trying to even stop that war. That shit is in the churches. It's in the politicians. It's everywhere. It was on Penn State. It be everywhere. And it's just like, damn, like,
yeah.
I don't know where the bar be at for some people.
Yeah, it's tough. And I like what Big Bro Steve wrote. Think about the mentality it takes to perpetrate this kind of thing. We see it now. We understand the mentality. And what's so crazy about it is all it takes is one bad apple, one person who's willing to crash out, because history has just shown us that if you don't match that hate with some sort of love and you just kind of fall back, and it's going to overwhelm people. Mm-hmm. We have to understand that the majority, we could call people sheep. We could say all this other stuff. That's the majority of who we are.
Yeah.
That's just the majority of who we are. And we got to be very careful with how we allow ourselves to be controlled, whether it's the fear mongering, whether it's the hate rhetoric. And I think, like, I always come back to when it's us versus them, you drop your principles. Whether it's King Leopold, in his mind, justifying everything that we just saw in that video, I'm pretty sure that he just justified it based on, well, it's me versus them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's I'm willing to sacrifice them for me. And that is And we make it so easy for people when we see a lot of these radical things happening, when we just pledge our loyalty to people that have not earned it, that if anything have earned us to never trust, for us to never give them their trust. But we trust in these parties, we trust in these politicians, and it just leads us in these ways where we start justifying and rationalizing certain things because it's us versus them. I was listening to Nick talking about like Renee Good and Alex Preddy, and it's like, bro, we're not at war. Like,
Yeah, calm down, man.
yeah, like we're not in a civil war. And that's not a good thing if we get there. Like a lot of people may say we're already in a civil war. Yeah, well, stoking the fire is not a positive thing.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to be it's us versus them, and some of them are gonna need to die. And it's like, bro.
Yo, go put that into a business.
Yeah, like go figure that out somewhere else. Go release that stress somewhere else, because it's only going to lead us in a place that's more extreme than where we currently are. And who can afford that? Who wants to leave that for the next generation? Like, who wants that? This is going to be our legacy. Here, this is what we're leaving y'all. Y'all take it to the next level.
Yeah, y'all turn this bitch up.
Yeah, so.
But like you said, that's why you gotta match the energy. That's why, that's what I feel like that I don't know. That's always kind of been my bag. Like if cats is really on that type of energy, you almost gotta put people in their place with the same vibes. Just let them know you with the positive behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, like you see a couple cats picking on somebody. It's almost like you gotta clown them to put them in their lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't. It's almost like you can't even be like, "Hey man, stop doing that," or "Stop picking." Like you almost gotta go at these cats like, "Bro, you're corny. Relax. All right, you're not the funniest one in the room, or you're not that serious." Because I don't know what it is. It's just like people just somewhat attracted to, like, no matter what the rhetoric is, they on whatever time the rhetoric on, if it seems like the cool or popular or pop cultural thing to do. So it's almost like you got to make being a stand-up motherfucker cool.
Yeah.
You can't make
standard.
Yeah, that's the standard. Like, look, just because I be on my shit and I don't be on the bullshit, you're not gonna try me. I will punch you in your face. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even be like, "Hey man, calm down, relax." You almost gotta come at them like, "Bro, you can't see me. Relax. You're lame as fuck. I'm here for positivity."
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make that shit cool so that niggas is willing to step into that and feel as if they like, yo, just because I'm doing the right thing, just because I'm in my books, just because I'm not crashing on the curb selling drugs, don't mean I'm not a lit dude. And we talked about, you sent me that voice memo a couple days ago. Like, yeah, like you almost got like the nerds just became a vibe, it became a flow, and we got to bring back principle, morality, being men, and we got to make that shit cool again. Yeah. We got to make that shit the norm.
And I'll change it to the cowards. Not because we know what we're saying when we say the nerds, not like the Dan the Mans. You know what I'm saying? Like the corny people that are now trying to exert force because they felt insecure their entire upbringing. But I'll just rephrase that. And now I'll just start referring to them as the cowards, man. Like the cowards, it's become when you can, it's almost like when you go through high school and you go through that process to where you almost have to earn your reputation or whatever it is, just being the cool person, whatever it may be. You go through certain things when it's not just about money, and we'll say like, okay, it's the guy that may be the best sports player, or get the good grade, whatever it may be. You go through certain things where I think you learn how to deal with the influence that you have in a more natural way, and how to not perhaps like exert too much power and to use things for doing more wrong than doing more good. You'll stand up for the little guy. Like, that's the cool thing to do, not to punch down. Like, if anything, punch up. Like, we're not punching down. Like, that's not a cool thing. It's not acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, nobody would just accept a big, strong dude punching down on somebody who's helpless, 100 pounds. Like you have to address that. You step in and say, nah, that's not it. As we get older, it seems like we're more likely to not step in, to not address it, to see it as, well, what side are they on? They Republican or Democrat?
Yeah, what race?
What they think? Yeah, like it's like, bro, none of that stuff matters. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
so I do see a lot of that.
And it's taught too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we teach, like it's taught by the influence come from the environment, the parents. It's like you said, that was in the 1900s. Like it's no question why we still cats is still going back about like, oh, you're black, you're less than, or what religion are you? Oh, or you're Muslim. Like we so fresh from that area, like people still around that feel like that we're still all up in that shit. We just come through and we're like, dog, I don't care what race that person is. I don't care what gender. Like, I'm not, look, whatever boomer ass racist shit y'all come from, I understand that was the times. I understand that's the imprint that you got in your head. Look, I'm not voting for Trump because he says racist shit. That's you. We not off none of that. Like the new cats, we not doing that, dog. We trying to get money so we don't have to do another 50 years on the plantation. Like y'all unhappy asses. Like we trying to go build something. This is why I like the generation pushing and defining freedom, success, leaning into innovation, leaning into social media. I always want to hear somebody talk about no, fuck all that, bro. Ain't nobody trying to be at no fucking no hedge company for 40 years, then get fired and with a weak ass severance and try to figure out what they trying to do, bro. No, we watched our parents work their whole lives and not leave nothing behind. We watched y'all go through all that pain, and all y'all passed down was pain. All y'all went through all that racism, and all you did was pass down racism. You went through all that hating, all that voting rights, all that redlining, and all we passed down was that same shit for us to repeat. Now, I know when to cut the family off. And if that's the shit they spitting, that ain't, look, I don't care if you blood, you gonna get iced out. I'm not with none of that shit, bro. That shit's lame. It's just corny to me. There's no reason that you ran the first leg and this is the second leg and it should look anything like the fucking first leg. You know what I mean? But if you're going to pass the baton and all you passing down is, I don't know how to communicate. I'm in denial. I'm not going to talk to my kids. I'm not going to address issues in the home. I'm not going to talk about what was happening. I'm not going to talk about this, that, and the third. I'm not going to talk about the stresses. All you going to do, you're not going to talk about none of that shit? Okay, cool. Well, the new generation, we're going to do this shit the fucking our own way. Because one thing they taught the old generation to do is to not fucking stand up or say shit. And no wonder why these kids be cowards and don't want to say shit. They don't come from, their dads wasn't saying shit. They wasn't putting it on the line. Dad was in his line, in line, doing what the fuck somebody told him to do, even though he didn't want to do it, and then coming home and acting like, oh yeah, you do. Nah, you was trying to be a boss in the crib, but you wasn't a boss at work. You was trying to make me be something that you wasn't. And you didn't know how to be. Don't put that on me. Don't put all that stress on me. Shit. There's a reason why we're going through learning this stuff the hard way and all that. Because at best, if I don't hit, I'm gonna give you the game plan. I'm gonna give you the blueprint. And my goal is for you to take it further. Y'all didn't even try shit. Y'all didn't even buck the system that y'all hate so much. Y'all didn't even y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't do nothing. There was no pushback. You went to work, you did everything they said, you got your ass in line, you showed up at work on time, you didn't say a fucking thing. And then you want kids to want to pop out and all of a sudden stand for what? They don't know how to stand because they came from two parents that were on their knees their whole life.
Well, that went in a different direction. Nah, I mean, say what's on your chest, bro. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, I got to get it off my chest. You know, I don't like that shit. I was watching. There's this new show on Netflix. If y'all get a chance, it's like women incarcerated. It's like younger girls, 16, 15, just going to jail for different things, and and I'm looking at the kids, and I'm like,
Mm,
these girls are in borderline prison,
mm.
smoking weed. 14 years old, addict, a heroin addict.
Damn.
14 already. One, 16 years old, was a prostitute, got arrested, went to jail. Bro, I'm like, what the fuck are
Yeah,
y'all
gotta
parents
protect those.
doing,
Yeah,
bro?
gotta protect them.
I don't even blame them. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
this is what y'all doing here? Young?
Yeah. And that's a tough one for me because I really can't stand like the type of culture that we've been allowed to grow up in, overly sexualized, um, completely misguided. You know, that's why it always pisses me off when I think back to Kamala Harris having Meg the Stallion on stage.
You ain't
And
gonna
a
like
lot of
that
other
one.
politicians have done that, but that's just one of the things that just always stands out to me because it's like, yo, are you trying to just turn our little girls into whores?
Fucked up.
Like what is the like you're willing to in order to get somebody's vote and to try to show them that, oh, well, clearly Kamala understands because, oh, if I hang out with Meg, then they'll associate Meg with me and then they'll vote for me. So you also understand that, well, all these little girls, these little black girls that want to look up and become Kamala Harris because she's the first black vice president, black female vice president. She's going to be trying to become the first woman president, right? And now you understand that you're standing next to Meg the Stallion. So now you give her all the credibility that you were hoping that she gives you. And now what does that look like for the next generation? How is somebody gonna tell how are we gonna tell our kids, yo, Meg the Stallion, that's not anybody you need to look up to. But the lady running for president is standing next to her, co-signing her. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah,
Yes.
you could say all the parenting you want, but at the end of the day, if a kid plays basketball, they're probably looking up to Michael Jordan more than they're looking up to their father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Michael Jordan
Mhm.
says something, those words going to hit a little bit different
They gonna
than if
hit.
his dad says something who just played high school and was
Mhm.
all league. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way that it goes. And it's an
Mhm.
unfortunate reality. And so Steve wrote something. I know it's down now, but I recall it. Where
Oh, my bad,
no, that's
Blake.
cool. I got it right here. Do you have HCBs?
Uh,
Oh no, we'll do HCB first.
no, you were just talking. So I
Oh, my
usually
fault. No, I
Yeah.
got it right here. Then I'll pull it up.
okay, pull it up.
So the
Yeah.
only reason why I'm asking, or why I wanted to, because countering the energy of a psychopath, we talk about it a lot, but we don't necessarily dive into it deep. And what does that look like? And to me, it takes more than one person to counter the energy of a psychopath. Like it has to be countered by standards. You know, what is our standard? We don't accept these things. You know what I'm saying? When we grow up with certain standards now, everything is accepted. We have no standards that we're growing up with. So therefore, when something's presented to us our way, it's kind of like we may accept it, we may not accept it. There's no standard. Like we're living in a world that our leaders do anything to get money. We're living in a world where the energy has always been about might is right, colonizing. Oh, that's somebody else's land. Oh, nah, that's what? Nah, our army's bigger. That's not their land. That's our land.
Mhm.
So our standards have always been set to see the world in a particular way where we just excuse a lot of the bad behavior.
Mhm.
The only time we want to step in is when we have something to gain. Nobody believes that we're just stepping in when it comes to Venezuela because we want to help the Venezuelans. Nobody believes that all of this hype and rhetoric about we got to help protect the Iranian protesters. I heard Ted Cruz, I heard that Ted Cruz, I don't know if he actually said it, I haven't confirmed. He said something about equipping the Iranian protesters with guns. And it's kind of funny because obviously we've been having all these conversations about the guns and bringing guns to protest here. And it's like nobody believes that we're going to go help the Nigerians. We care about them. You care about them, but you also cut off it to now Nigerians can't get they can't come here anymore. You know what I mean? Like they can't apply to, I forget what exactly it's called. I only know because Baywa was telling me. And so it's all just people doing certain things, creating whatever narrative they want. Gaddafi, he was all these evil things. Well, what's the real reason why you wanted to kill him?
Hey, what's the smoke?
Yeah, what's the real reason?
Yeah.
But because our standards have always been adjusted, and a lot of us were complicit in a lot of this stuff because America provides us the comfort to be complicit in a lot of this stuff, to ignore this stuff. We're not confronting it head on. And then what do? We lash out when it's and go crazy at some of the protests because we got everybody, I guess, holding a lot of this stuff inside. I don't know. Just wanting to get this stuff out, and it creates radicalized situations. Perhaps maybe like what we're seeing in Minneapolis. So it's chaos, bro. It's a valuable tool. It's a valuable tool and standards. But the answer, how I would answer it, how do you counter the energy of a psychopath? We have to create what BK said earlier, a culture, a standard within the culture that, hey, this is not accepted. We have to make it cool to not just have the mindset of, oh yeah, we could just take their shit. We're stronger. That's not the cool thing.
Yeah.
The cool thing is being able to take somebody else's stuff and knowing that you can, but protecting them with that and allowing them to have their own, you know what I mean? Like using that to really protect them, maybe from somebody else taking their stuff. That's the real energy that we want to be around. But we've accepted a lot of comfort in America and have turned the cheek and ignored a lot of the things that we've been complicit in. I mean, now I guess we should be happy that we're finally standing up for a lot of this stuff, whether it's Israel, Palestine, or maybe some of these other atrocities.
Yeah, because they haven't in the past.
Yeah.
And it really puts into perspective how the people that have, that's why it's so important that people that go do really dope shit, make it their business to go speak about shit like this.
Say it one more time.
Like that's why I say like it's just so important where people that go do dope shit also. And when I mean by dope shit by what society looks as dope, if athletes and actors and the list goes on, entertainers, things of that nature. Like this is why it's important for y'all to make it personal, that you focus on the generation behind you. Like when you pop in your shit, like make sure the kids can come along and follow your path too. So like the next time you want to lose a rant or go crazy, whatever, like just keep the younger youth that you have that are subscribed to you in mind, but they don't. And that's what you say, like it's a shame that you even have to say like this is why you can't become fans. You can't follow these people, because anytime it's for business, anytime it's for politics, somebody's going to be prepared to violate you. And that's the problem. You know what I mean? So if people took it more personal, if it's because there's some good people, like I think like if you just took it more personal about the community, then I feel like it would be so much easier to like doing the right thing would be easier to be cool. You know what I'm saying? But it don't always have to be like, oh, the Cowboys are here giving back to the, Boys and Girls Club. It's like, damn, like where the neighborhood at? You know what I mean? Like the gangsters and drug dealers back in the day, they used to make it cool to take care of their community, give back to their kids. Now we just, this shit ain't even what it is no more. So it's just like, we got to make that cool shit being motherfuckers like people understand, like, bro, you don't have to crash out and say fuck black people to be cool. Like, if you need that type of energy, bruh, come kick it with me. Spend a week with me. I'm gonna put a battery in your back. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you in the gym. I'm gonna get you tapped in. I'm gonna get you leaning into who you are, so you don't have to go to outside sources to get that type of that consistency or that ego that you want so bad, bro. Let us let us teach you how to be able to walk on your own and not need a supporting cast around you, an entourage. Oh, that joint muted up, Glenn. It muted up.
My fault. I tried to turn the heat on.
And I peeped you got the mic now.
Is it loud? Can you hear the heat in the background?
Nah, but I peeped you got the new mic now.
Now we good. All right. So when you said like you don't have to say F black people to gain a following, to be cool, to be seen. it goes both ways too. And it's funny that you said that because I was thinking about this video. We had it kind of bookmarked to show because this is the energy in the other way that I'm like, yo, you're just stoking the fire, bro. What are you even trying to accomplish? It seems like you're just trying to say things that you think your audience wants to hear and not even thinking about what that could potentially lead to. So take a look at this. So this is Pusha T, and look at what it says. Keeping it 100 with Pusha T at Billboard Power 100 2026. Let's take a listen.
January 28th, 2026. Fuck ICE. Got 100. Got to.
You look corny as hell saying this. You don't even seem confident. You're saying F ICE, but you're not willing to say F the Democratic Party that brought people here and incentivized these people to come here illegally. You think saying F ICE is cool. And it's like a lot of people, we complain about not having money. We complain about our tax dollars going to certain things. Are you cool with your tax dollars going to the benefits of the Democratic Party so therefore they can illegally migrate their next voting base in? Is that what you want your money going towards? And this is the corniness with all this stuff. He's saying this because he aligns with the Democrats. He know a lot of his following is probably going to align with this more woke type liberal energy. And you're saying F ICE. What do you think that's going to put in the mindset of a lot of the kids that follow him? F ICE. Let's remind ourselves why ICE is even there in the first place. ICE is here in the first place because we thought that we could bring in 10 million illegal migrants that we don't have the infrastructure to even take care of. But you won't call out that aspect of it. You'll just play into it like a pawn and, oh, what's my side? Okay, my side's saying F ICE. This side is saying F these people. And then people just end up fighting each other. And it's just that tribalism mindset where once that occurs, we start lowering our principles, standards, and values. Mm-hmm. This is the goofy behavior that goes in and creates a lot of this outlandish or radicalized energy. He's not going to any protest, but he's going to say F ICE and have you tricking off going to a protest thinking that you're doing something like some sort of freedom fighter. Bro, you got the power and influence to actually make a difference with this stuff, perhaps. Mm-hmm. You got the ability to do that. You got the ability to wake people up to see what's actually going on. Okay, you know what? If I want to really fix the situation in Minneapolis, let's figure out a way to express this so we don't have Democrats crashing out, liberals crashing out, Alex Preddy crashing out, kicking ICE cars. Let's figure out a way to also protect some of the people that do want to protest something. Let's figure out a way to make it easier for us to deport people. Let's force the police to work with the ICE agents. Let's force the federal government to work with the state jails, the local jails. So that way we don't have people getting released who are supposed to get detained by ICE, and they just get released into the public because they're not working in coordination. And then it creates more of these issues like we see of ICE running in certain places that they shouldn't be, all of these things. But it's just the goofy behavior. This reminded me of like the F the Police song. It's like, yeah, like everybody was behind that song, but did it actually help for entire generations to grow up thinking F the police? Did that really help? And who did it hurt the most? Who did it put in the most dangerous, compromising situations? The people that it was supposed to help. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what you think about that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, these are the people that are the influential ones. These are the people that have you crashing out, posting, talking about some fuck ICE, and it's like he's going home to a mansion. He's going home to his crib in the suburbs. He don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't. This is what I'm saying. They get people turned, gassed up, excited to like, oh, the teacher gone. Let's go do some dumb shit. Energy, and it's just like, bro, he's not gonna get in trouble when y'all get in trouble. Mm-hmm. And it's just like people got to make sure they realize. Like, I'm tired of people like. And this kind of segue ways to Randy Stemmon here. Imagine saying your parents were on their knees as civil rights riots and Vietnam riots going on. Low IQ. And I'm assuming he's addressing me when I made that comment. And my response to that is, Randy, this is what we have to pay attention to. If our parents made these type of sacrifices, why are Why is our generation taking it for such granted? Why, if somebody made so much sacrifices, we choose to go put women half naked on the internet shaking asses? We go choose to say OnlyFans is a form of income. I didn't see people go rush to be lawyers. I didn't see people go rush to be doctors. I didn't see people go rush to, you know what, let me go get perfect grades and get A's so I can go to Princeton and change my community. I saw y'all selfishly take advantage of people that took sacrifices and not did a fucking thing with it, but get a job at Ace Hardware. So I went to school with these kids who allegedly their parents make these sacrifices and they ain't do a fucking thing about it because they come from privilege. And the privilege is that they didn't have to fight for nothing. They created this easy time, this tough time. They didn't communicate. They didn't enforce it. They didn't teach that. So we're not going to sit here and take credit for what was done before us when we're not continuing to run that baton. And that's why I think it's important. You in comments addressing me about the situation. How are you changing your community? How you giving back? How are you inspiring the youth? Imagine being my comments talking about sacrifices you or your parents didn't make and you not doing anything to this day. The bleachers are for you. I'm in the game. Stay in your lane. Over and out.
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff, it may hit, you know, it may offend you in a particular way. But think about what BK is actually saying. You may not like that it sounds like parents were on their knees in the civil rights. Well, what exactly were the civil rights fighting for? You know, we were out here fighting and begging white people to accept us. You know, so it's not all just about fighting for the right to vote. There's a lot of things that, and to be honest, it's not even our parents mostly, because our parents were so young when it came to a lot of these civil, huh?
No, I was saying fact.
Oh yeah, our parents were like, it was more our grandparents that were, I guess, more fighting in the civil rights, depending on how old you are. But even if you fall into that category personally, don't be offended by it. Don't be offended by it. When I was talking earlier about Marjorie Taylor Greene, she said that the baby boomers are the most brainwashed generation of people, and you just got to accept it, because you didn't have social media, you didn't have a lot of these things. And even though when you go to the civil rights movement and we look at segregation versus desegregation, we saw that people may have had good intentions, because when you listen to a Malcolm X, BK's not saying anything different than Malcolm X was saying. Malcolm X was saying, no, we need to worry about our own communities. We need to stop begging Democrats to do things for us that we need to be focused on doing ourselves. That was more so the mindset. Now, I may have adjusted that approach slightly, you know, now, because I just look at it differently as far as who's my people. And I think that's where Malcolm was finishing when he had transitioned to, you know, towards the end of his life. But a lot of this civil rights stuff was begging people and destroying like your own businesses because you want to be accepted by another group of people. I don't know how else to say that that's on your knees than anything else. You running out of this black business to go run and support. Could you imagine? It doesn't even have to be black versus white. There's a restaurant that you go to that treats you so well, while other restaurants aren't treating you well. And then for whatever reason, you feel this FOMO within your system so bad to where you're so insecure and you need to be accepted, to where now you're running out and going to beg, you're getting spit on, having juice thrown on you, ketchup thrown on you, just so you can be accepted and pay money and support that other business. Now, I understand that there's a lot of things around it where you're trying to live in a country where everybody's treated fair and all these things, but it's okay to acknowledge when we've been caught up in a particular way of going in a particular direction, like perhaps MLK allegedly, when he was said allegedly that he feared that he's led his people in a burning house. It's okay to admit that, damn, I fell victim to the system. I bought into, oh, you know, you just get a college degree and then you just get a job. And then perhaps a lot of people did fall victim to that because it was the comfortable thing to do within the system, to where they weren't able to realize like, yo, this is good for me, maybe at the time, but I don't know how this is going to lead to, me being able to pass something down to my kids, pass something down to the next generation. So it's okay to look at that. And of course, we give grace. So, but even if it comes across offensive in a particular way, maybe it's triggering something for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe it's triggering something for a reason. So
Yeah, that's a good point. That the system, you got to pay attention to, like, whatever the system is not ideal for the people, for the community, and we see a lot of people and I think about, like, just immigrants. You see a lot of immigrants take a look and run a play with the system, and they run the play to either, okay, well, we're going to get in here and you're going to go to this school and then you're going to become this person. We're going to do, and then they run the play with the system. But then the people that are in the system don't even know. They don't even know there's a system. They thinking they doing what's going on. And it's just like, nah, bro, like, go start your own. Me and Dak ain't never going to stop saying that shit. Go work someplace to fund the shit that you want to do and go pass your kids some shit that they can fund themselves. There's no reason that 2 generations should have to work for a company and either not run the shit, own the shit, or have started their own. There's no reason. My parents worked corporate so I could start my own shit. And most immigrants think that way. The first generation, hey, we're working so our kids can have access to education. That's the sacrifice. And then their kids goes and start and become something bigger. Why are y'all not running the baton? Your dad worked at a factory for 50 years and you just went and did the same thing. Why are we not raising the standard? Why are we not forcing ourselves? Because that's when we get more power. When we more have access to resources, we have more access to money, we have more access to a bigger network. You're not going to be able to call no shots in certain these systems. They tell you when to take a break, when you can eat, when you can see your kids, when you get off, when you can, what we'll cover, what we won't cover. Like, you're not going to be able to really run that play. It's very small amount of career paths that you can go where you can really get to that position and do what's best for you and your family and your community. A lot of these places that these systems continue to perpetuate, they're going to charge you $150,000 to go to LSU until you go work a job that makes $72,000 before taxes. Bro, it's a play. So we're encouraging, like, look, man, raise the bar, set the standard. Set the race. If you're the first leg, or let's just say your parents were the first leg, they ran their lap, they ran their course. Pass the baton with a blueprint and take that shit even further, bro. But there's no reason multiple generations should be falling victim to the same things and history repeating itself. We have to push status quo and become better. We have to push ourselves to lock in. We have to go into these industries that we may not want to go to. We got to get into technology. We got to get into we got to get what's his Killer Mike said. Y'all got stop trying to riot outside, nigga. We need more people. We need more black people go be lawyers. We need more black people go be influential in the community. We need that. All that's with the picket fence and all that rioting you claiming cool. That's what you thought was cool. That worked. We've been writing for a long time. Go take these positions away. My bad, Abu Han. I love LSU. My bad. But go take these positions, bro. We don't need no DEI. We gonna be the best. We don't need no handout. We don't need no help. We don't need no. So you can stand on my shoulder. Go compete. Go compete with your mind. Go compete with your resources. Go compete in sports. Be competitive, so that we can create what it should look like based on your execution and your output. You guys aren't getting this encouragement at the home. You're not gassing up your kids to go be the next Tiger Woods. You're not gassing your kid to go be the next Elon. Y'all are just letting society and TikTok raise your children, and then you're wondering why they don't stand for shit. Go juice them up. Send them a text. Tell them, yo, don't light that shit up, bro. We here. And if you ain't, if that shit full, come back to the crib. We gonna double down with you. We spinning with you. Go let them know you spinning the block. You in the car with the blick in the cut. Hey, anything pop off? Yo. And we That's what we need. We need parents to inject their kids with confidence, to inject their kids with consistency, with discipline, with pushing through difficult times, with stop looking to take the easy route. I know you working here, but I want you here. What can I do to help you? I wasn't able to get there. How can I get you there? And if I don't know, let me go tap into my network. Let me go look crazy trying to help my kid make it to the next jump. Just like these immigrants do. They willing to put their kid on a yacht, or not a yacht. Not a yacht. They willing to put their kid on a I don't know,
a little bit. What they call them, little banana boats or whatever.
Yeah, look, a little boat.
Yeah.
I've seen it, bro. They be coming from Haiti. They put their kids on a boat. The parents stay. They say, just go. Here's a bag. Here's some money. Go win. Y'all in America, bro. Let's get these kids thinking for themselves. They becoming cheap because we're not allowing them to. You're afraid of TikTok because TikTok got a bigger control over your children. Your kid is chasing this and that and the third, but is he following in his dad's footsteps? Is his dad doing everything to inspire him? Is his dad speaking life into him? Is mom exciting, making sure he's excited? Is mom showing up to his games, his video game? Bro, y'all are the youth. You have a complete impact on this next generation. I don't care if you work at a place that you may not be excited or you don't feel like it's that lit. Go speak to your children so they can take the baton further than you did. So we're not talking about this in 2 or 3 generations from now. So I put a lot of responsibility on parents, and I'm going to always keep it there because these kids don't know, bro. And when you get all mad and wonder why they became this and why they doing this or why they saying this or why they in the streets talking about fuck ICE, bro, was you telling them, was you giving them the information? Was you telling them not to get wrapped up in politics because they're full of clowns and snakes? Or were you running around with the Trump hat and put your kids in the Trump hat and took a selfie and did it for the gram?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think people, like, we have to just be very open to criticism right now. And I think with a lot of this is we have to constantly think about how things are going to change for the future. You know, it's not just enough. You mentioned like with the factory jobs. Well, if all I know is how to teach my kid a factory job, then now with AI, now what do I do? You know what I'm saying? So, and I think you brought up a lot of good points, Glay, as far as like gassing up your kid, man, that's invaluable. Like just, and when we all think about what our parents would have meant to us or what they are, I could speak about and say from my perspective, what my parents meant to me doing this and what it meant to me for them to gas me up and bet and really take the risk and bet on you. You know, that does a lot. When you see your parents really sacrificing and willing to bet on you, to where you tell them you 16, 17 years old, telling them like, nah, I'm not going to college. I'm going to do this extra. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That it really does something for you. Mm-hmm. When you see your parents willing to bet on you and everybody else is telling you you're making a dumb decision, that's what you want to do. All right. And it's not even, you don't even see them sweating when they say it.
They just with it.
That gasses you up every bit of the way. Mm-hmm. So for a lot of it, it's just like, okay, how can I push things forward? I am 100%, hopefully, you know, have some kids soon. And the next generation, when I'm talking to them, I know that they're going to be challenging the stuff that I'm saying. Like, yo, what were you doing? You know, and that's cool. They should be pushing those things. Mm-hmm. They should be pushing those things. So I think we just have to be a little bit, you know, perhaps all of us with criticism, you know, the balance that you talk about, Glay, the perspective, us having the right perspective. Because I can understand how this would be hard for, you know, certain parents to hear, but, you know, one day the shoe will be on our feet and we'll have to, you know, feel that heat as well. But ultimately, it's just like, how do we look into the future? We have to raising kids or raising anybody. It's like preparing for the future. The same way I'm trying to prepare for the future. Mm-hmm. You know, we got to prepare our kids. Things are going to change. Are we going to be able to adjust? Are we going to be able to properly set them up to have the best chance to succeed in life? So, yeah. And it can be a difficult conversation. I get it. Yeah.
Phyllis brought up a good point. Homeless of every effing race. Homeless every. Oh, maybe I read that wrong. Never mind. Take that. Never mind.
Nah, you good. You
Yeah,
good.
I don't know. I don't know what's up.
Let's so it this conversation actually brought me in a different direction. Remember, I referenced that video of Buddy talking about LeBron James compared to Kobe not having a dad, and I've never
okay.
heard it. So we could either get into that video. There's a couple other videos like Megyn Kelly. She had an interesting conversation with this lady that was working, I believe, with I forget whose administration she was working with. I think with Tish James, and she's a gay lady, and she was talking about how she got fired by not going along with the whole transition the kids agenda, and how that's created a lot of problems for people who are now detransitioning because they're telling kids, "Oh, I feel like a boy," today, and instead of saying, "No, you can't be a boy, you're a girl," what do we tell the kids? Oh, well, there's a medicine that you can take if you're feeling like you so that conversation is that we can get into I mean, I guess we can get into that. We can get into the Tom Homan, or we can get into the Ray Daniels conversation about LeBron and Kobe. I'll let you choose, Clay.
Damn. So we got
Megyn Kelly, this transition conversation.
Let's go to Megyn Kelly, because I already know I don't fuck with her. So I'm looking forward to add to my repertoire.
All right, let's bring this up. Hold on.
That's the goofball that doubled down on some hypocrisy yesterday, wasn't it?
It's Megyn Kelly. Yeah, that's Megyn.
Soon as the cream hit, that's when she fucking start talking. Soon as the wire hit her account, snaky.
All right, so let me give a little. So this is, I guess she'll introduce who she is.
In the AG's office.
4 years.
And how did the whole issue of the transgender and pediatric medicine in particular come onto your radar?
Well, for a while, if we're talking 4 years ago, I was just following it casually, like a lot of people do, catching news stories about it, reading more and more. My friends were starting to ask questions, friends who had kids, like we were having these whispered conversations of what is transgender and why are kids being taught that they have a gender identity? So I just dug in more. And as I got involved, I started reading. I got to a point where I really wanted to understand the other side, because I knew all the problems with gender medicine, and I said, I need to understand the other side because I'm a lawyer. So what is the best case for it? And I started trying to build it by reading what the gender doctors said themselves, what their lawyers said for them in court. And I was just shocked at how little was there. It was, it was just a bunch of logical fallacies and broken links and statistics that didn't turn out to be true.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you're an out of the closet lesbian. And this, two of my friends who are in a lesbian marriage, early on, I said to them, you need to look at this. You should care about what's happening here, because they're doing conversion therapy on young lesbian girls and young gay boys, or even just ones who aren't lesbian or gay, but are just gender nonconforming. They're not allowing, especially butch lesbians, to just grow up to be butch lesbians. It's no, you're a boy. You have to be a boy. And they didn't really take me seriously because they're of the left, and they kind of rolled their eyes oh, this is just the former Fox News host doing her thing. I'm no, I'm telling you, but this is the thing.
I think that's a great point. Am I allowed to say that with Megyn Kelly? No. But I think it's not her point. It's more so, this is another example of when we get caught up in right versus left and tribalism, how we will just drop our principles, morals, and values. There's a lot of people that just because they have such a hatred for Trump, they lean and vote for this.
Yeah.
Just like I had to acknowledge me voting for Trump, I'm looking at everything that Trump has done. I got to take responsibility for that.
Yeah.
This is why I'm if anybody, I'm going to be the most critical, because I voted for this person. Now they're in office. And if they're not doing the things that I voted for, then this is the only way that I can hold them accountable. And that's the very same thing that I've complained about when it comes to our politicians in the past. We don't hold them accountable. They never end up doing the things that we're pressuring them to do. We have to remove this left versus right energy. It lands us in a position to where we're okay in voting for this nonsensical things like this. Transitioning kids. We care so much about the health and well-being of kids when it comes to any other situation where it's kids getting violated or kids getting put in harmful positions, but we think it's okay for us to transition a kids who think it's okay to eat ice cream for dinner. We're allowing them to decide what their gender is going to be and why. Oh, well, I'm voting for this side who's crazy, and I know that they're crazy, but I don't like Trump. And that's how we make a lot of these decisions on both sides.
Yeah.
So this is why it's like it's nailing down this point, bro. We got to move beyond this, because if we don't, things are going to get weirder and weirder. It's just how energy works. This is going to get, this ante is going to be up. This ante, it just gets more and more radical. The energy just absorbs and compounds just based on each other. So you got anything, Gleb, for that yet, or you want me to just keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, a thing. It's a horrible thing. And that's what we found when you go into kind of when you go deep and see how this started in America. And, the first gender clinic for kids was opened with fanfare in 2007. They were looking for kids who had played with opposite sex toys, so-called opposite sex toys when they were young, and who kind of hung out with kids of the opposite sex. And this is highly correlated with being gay when you grow up. A lot of us remember being those kids, and that was the prototype for who should be transitioned. And of course, the doctors frame it as, no, the kids are asking for it. The kids are saying they're very upset if they can't have it. Well, yeah, I mean, some kids do wish they were the opposite sex, and you tell them they can't be. That's what you do. You don't say, oh, well, we have some drugs that will save your life.
Exactly right. And yet that.
Side note, y'all really hate Megyn Kelly. Yo, Katz is not off this. But this is another example. This is why even when we hate somebody, it's like you almost don't even want to hear them out, even if they are saying something that may align with how you're thinking. No. This is just another example. So
I know I'm guilty of that.
And it's on Megyn. It's on Megyn. No, you're not guilty of it. It's on Megyn. But I'm just saying this is how we get controlled in a lot of these ways. Because Megyn is everything that y'all have been saying that she is. Phony, snake, lizard skin. I've been seeing a lot. She's all of those things. She's all of those things. And she just happens to be having a conversation that I think is relevant. That's all. That's all. So this is not a vote for Megyn Kelly. This isn't anything like that. This is just observing the conversation at hand, and to perhaps remind people of, we get caught up in a lot of emotions and end up aligning ourselves with things that are potentially extremely dangerous for not maybe our generation, but for the next generations. And we're setting these standards that are extremely weird. That's all.
All of the entire industry has been co-opted to say affirm, 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 affirm. You tell the kid if he thinks he's actually a girl, he is. And that you're the wrongdoer if you say anything other than that. That it's conversion therapy for you to tell a biological boy that he is a boy, or a biological girl that she is a girl, that's conversion therapy. All right, so you're in the Consumer Fraud Department of the AG's office, but you're starting to take an interest in this and seeing this is not great, and I can't find the evidence to support the other side. And then I understand you became concerned about a detransitioner. You heard a lesbian detransitioner on a podcast and got concerned. Can you speak to that a bit?
Yeah, that was a turning point, because I had previously seen gender medicine as being cosmetic. A woman takes testosterone and then she grows a beard. And, then the only problem with that is that it's not reversible, the testosterone. So if she changes her mind, she's still growing facial hair. That's how I viewed it, because I'd seen it portrayed that way in the media. But when I was listening to this particular woman, who I got to know, her name is Carol, and she was talking about the physical harms that it caused her. She was saying, this caused severe pain in her vagina because it becomes dried up. It's not healthy anymore. And I was like, yikes, and she had other side effects as well that were just, gruesome. And she was then mood issues and everything that was affecting her marriage. And so she was saying, I never turned into a man. I just developed a bunch of health problems. And so that's when I saw, oh, this is not cosmetic. This is harmful.
Mm-hmm. This is actually harmful. So you start your blog, but you do it under a pseudonym because you're working in the AG's office and you're like, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to play. And then, as I understand it, you started to see that the AG's office was actively against you on this issue under Tish James.
I did. I mean, from the beginning, I knew they were generally in favor of the trans rights. Like, it's a big agency. They do a lot of things. And at first I felt like, okay, I don't have to agree with my agency on everything. But as I got more into it and as history went on, like they got deeper in, they started saying more things that I thought weren't accurate. And I became more and more concerned because at this point, I had friends who were detransitioners.
Yo, I'm sitting here watching this and I'm just realizing like, yo, this is really an issue.
Yeah, this is deeper than I
Like,
may have thought.
this is really an issue. And we wonder how we have chaos. Like, this really shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. It's too much. I don't know.
This just really shouldn't be an issue. It's almost like I'm watching this and I'm like, yo, I don't really want to watch this anymore. I just don't want to watch it. That's why I just stopped it then. I'm like, I don't feel like watching this anymore. I'll keep going, but I mean,
And this girl is a lawyer, a gay lawyer.
yeah, so she's an attorney, and I guess she got removed when she wouldn't go along with a lot of the things that Tish James and her team were pushing as far as with the trans stuff. And that's the thing. When you sit back, like, what type of person, like, think about who we may have as our next president. How could any leader, any man at that, sit back and be okay with kids transitioning their gender? How could you be okay with that? These kids can't even drink liquor legally, but they can change their gender. If that's not man playing God or however you want to describe it, I don't know what is.
Oh shit! I was looking. My bad. Yeah,
It's just, yeah.
yeah. And what's interesting, for all the things that they got their hand in, and for their hands not to be in this and think it's crazy, it's the play. Niggas know.
They
Y'all
know. They
Y'all
know. I want to go to this LeBron Kobe combo.
Okay.
Because even as I'm looking at this video, I think perhaps it could just serve as some, I want to say some inspiration for us to understand the importance of proper male leadership. But a lot of me I just think this is an interesting conversation. So let's move it over to this. I think we all are going to see that conversation pretty much the same. I think we can all understand, even if you supported this, and this is what a lot maybe we should have maybe stated earlier. No matter what we've done in the past, bro, it's okay to just say, you know what, moving forward, I don't have to justify everything that I've done in the past by moving forward. I don't have to continue doing the same thing, expecting something different, or not even expecting something different, perhaps, just because if I do something different now, then it makes what I did before me look like I was silly or made the wrong decision. We have to, I think that's a good takeaway, perhaps, from a lot of this stuff. No matter what decisions that we made previously, can we from here on out just start doing things that make sense just from a logical standpoint? And then I think we'll put ourselves and the next generations in a better position. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
Yeah.
You know? But let's get into this combo real quick. Interesting combo, Glay. By the way, yo, who you like more, LeBron or Kobe going into this? Matter of fact, everybody in the chat, you more LeBron or Kobe? It doesn't matter if you played sports. It doesn't matter. This conversation is not about sports. It has really nothing to do with sports. It's just using sports as a vehicle to have a bigger conversation. But Glay, I need you to put it on there.
I'm a Kobe guy.
I'm a Kobe guy. All right. Yeah, I'm a Kobe guy.
I'm an MJ. But I'm an MJ guy over Kobe.
So you're MJ. I think MJ. I'll give you the greater. Well, I don't even want to get into compare. Kobe's my favorite.
Another hour.
Like, I wasn't MJ. You know, but Kobe is my favorite.
Yeah.
Kobe's my favorite athlete, I think, of all time. Matter of fact, it's not even close. Kobe's my favorite athlete of all time, bro.
I don't know who mine is yet.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look. My fault. I had it on mute.
Small.
Okay, I get what you mean.
He nobody cares now. It's like LeBron is like he killed the league.
I agree. He's bigger than the league.
He killed it. And that's the thing you understand. I'm gonna go there now.
Nah, go there because I'm lost right now, gang. I ain't gonna hold
here's
you.
the difference between LeBron James
Your
and
son looking at you crazy
my
too.
son right there. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Here's the difference between LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Because I like Kobe better. Kobe had a daddy. LeBron didn't. So when you have a father in the house, there are certain things that are put in you, right? When the George Floyd thing happened, you know LeBron tweeted, y'all, why they don't like us? Nigga, they like you. They don't like us, nigga. What you talking? Like, that's pussy shit to me. Like, you supposed to be the strongest, biggest man. Lead us. Tell us fuck them people. We the shit without the people. But you like, why they don't like us? He's his mom. He's a mama's boy. And by the way, I'm not. When I say this, this is no disrespect. Kobe Bryant was raised by his father. That's why he has that mentality. That's why he had that confidence. That's why he had that silent confidence. When he missed those 3 free throws and everybody laughed at him,
He still walked off with his head on.
back.
He came back better.
He didn't say, I need to go play for another team. That's a bitch move. That's something that if you go talk to your dad about, he gonna say, you don't think you're great enough without Wade? You mean to tell me, son, you don't think you could beat Wade? You need Wade to win? He wasn't raised with his dad. This is nothing against him. If his dad was in his life and his dad raised him, his dad would have said, do not give it to your son. Don't give it to him because I didn't give it to you. Make him earn it like I made you earn it. But there's no father. There's no, like, that's why I love Shaq. Because Shaq had his father's life. That's why he's like, my kids ain't rich, I'm rich. Like,
And I want to be very clear with what he's saying with his son. He's talking about Bronny James. Don't just give Bronny James the NBA. Give him the opportunity to earn it, to go through the trials and tribulations, to climb out. Yeah, he's not going to be a number 1 pick like you, LeBron. So what? Let him earn. He may learn some things that LeBron wasn't able to learn because LeBron was so gifted and talented. Let Bronny go through it. So, and when he first said this, when I first saw the clip, I'm like, yo, what? Like, I was kind of laughing at it. But then as he started talking and breaking stuff down, I'm like, damn, bro got a point.
I see it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because at first you're like, what? Like, LeBron ain't got no daddy. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
I see it.
To him because I didn't give it to you. Make him earn it like I made you earn it. But there's no father. There's no, like, that's why I love Shaq. Because Shaq had his father's life. That's why he's like, my kids ain't rich, I'm rich. Like, he's like, just like a man. That's what you love about him. LeBron is like, those my kids. And by the way, I love my kids like LeBron loves his kids. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But I wouldn't get him in the league. My little Raymond's learning how to produce. He got to figure that shit out himself. When he's ready, he'll come tell me he's ready. And then I'll help him, guide him. But I'm not going to call Jody Gersner at Universal and say, my son need a deal.
But isn't that the point? And I'm not trying to get too personal, but isn't that the point of being nepotism? Isn't that the point of you reaching the heights you reach so you can put this nigga on if you want to?
I could give you opportunity. LeBron didn't give his son an opportunity. He gave his son a career. That's different.
He gave him 4 years guaranteed contract. When you have something guaranteed, Glay, you move a little different than if you got to prove yourself every day, don't you?
Yeah.
So these are the certain aspects of nepotism that, provide the opportunity. And this is even talking to a lot of, like when I talk to some of my rich friends, when I talk to some of my rich friends, and one of the biggest challenges that they have are teaching their kids certain lessons, values, principles that they learn through getting it perhaps out the mud or not. And they didn't grow up in maybe the beautiful house that their kids now grow up in. They weren't able to just go to private school. They weren't just able to have all these things that their kids just have. They had to earn it a bit differently. They got to see their parents working hard a bit differently in a different type of environment than they're raising their kids in. So they want to raise them and prevent and give them as much adversity as they can in their lives because they know that otherwise they wouldn't get any adversity. So it's just the different mentality in a lot of this stuff. So nepotism, I'm not for just making a whole bunch and then just passing it off to the kid. Nah, you got to earn that. You're going to have some opportunities to earn something, not be given something based on you being my son. There's a difference, in my opinion, because if you just give somebody something, they're not even going to be able to have the tools and skills necessary to keep it, to know how to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? So now that doesn't mean that you just give somebody nothing. Nah, you got to have the opportunity. So when your kid's ready, all right, boom, then you throw them, you give them a tryout. And I think they talk about this in this video. I may make a phone call to get my kid a tryout, but I ain't about to make a phone call say, hey, you got to hire my son.
That's what LeBron did.
I mean, it's up in the air for people, but if I was LeBron James, I would be furious that the Lakers drafted Bronny. I wouldn't have allowed Bronny to sign with the Lakers. I wouldn't have. Bro, you averaged 4 points in college. You know damn well you didn't earn this. You know you didn't earn this.
Yeah.
So why would you want to rob your kid of the opportunity to earn something? This is not Shador. Shador earned his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anything, he suffered for it because it like
Bronny, low key.
Yeah, Shador suffered because of it. But Bronny, no, bro, you didn't earn. And I'm a Bronny fan. And I'm like, damn, LeBron, you just robbed him of the opportunity. Yo, he only played a half a season in college. He had like 3 or 4 more years. He had 3 more years of eligibility. Let him go. Let him play college. Let him develop his skills. But LeBron, in my opinion, he's looking at it from this selfish standpoint. I want to just, be the first to play with my kid. I want to be. Your kid's not ready. Exactly. And if you don't know your kid's not ready, then clearly that's the delusion that comes from being a parent when you're evaluating your kid. He's not ready.
He's not him.
And it's hurting him.
He's not him and it's hurting him.
So let's keep it moving.
An opportunity is like, yo, let him come for the tryout, see what he does.
Yeah.
A career is y'all like me here, right? Draft him and I need a 4-year, like his deal gonna tell me how much y'all like me. And they did it. And now they're like, yo, can we get a discount on your deal? And he like, no. Oh, nigga, you about to be traded. Yeah. Watch what happened. Now Rich Paul is this. It's all, bruh, this is all planned. We are seeing the divorce of LeBron James and the Lakers right now.
Yeah. I agree. So interesting combo. I just thought that it was an interesting perspective. You know what I mean?
Very interesting. I like the name of his podcast too. That's creative.
What's that?
Radar.
Oh, Radar. I didn't even peep that.
With the Y.
I watch his videos from time to time.
I love Ray Daniels.
Oh, you know Ray Daniels?
Yeah. He's in the music industry, if I'm not mistaken. He down here.
I wasn't too familiar with who he was. I just started like hearing him comment on certain things, and I would click on the videos, but I still don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's in some space in music, but super well-spoken, very in the music industry to some capacity. He lived down here in Atlanta, but he's always got pretty good takes on these things. But that is a great take. I never thought of that.
Yeah. The way he put it together, I'm like, yo, this is and even when he talks about how much, or when I say the things that I love about Kobe Bryant, a lot of those things are taught to you by your daddy. Now, you can learn them from both, but you know what I'm saying as far as like Kobe. The reason why I love Kobe so much is because he maximized his potential, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you will never say that Kobe Bryant underachieved. Kobe Bryant wasn't the biggest. He couldn't jump as high as Vince Carter. In my opinion, Vince Carter he had more natural ability and talent than Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant just worked. He worked. He wasn't the most athletic, wasn't the most gifted, didn't come into the best opportunity, wasn't starting, didn't have a team where he could just learn on the fly and throw up as many shots as he wanted. My man overcame the adversity. This is when I used to hate him. I didn't like him at first. I'm more T-Mac. But even overcoming the situation with the girl in the hotel, Kobe went through a lot, bro. Like people did not like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And then when I see just what he became and how he just bottled up that energy just on some Mamba, like, yo, I don't care about nothing but winning. Like, that's the energy that I'm on. It was real Tom Brady-ish. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that type of energy. But, and by the way, total side note, Bill Belichick wasn't first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he got snuffed.
Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Fame.
They mad at him about that UNC debacle he got going on.
With the little shorty, you think that's...
No fucking question. They mad at him for that shit.
Hold up. We not tolerating any Kobe slander. You said, I believe Kobe had a bad attitude towards others and didn't play fair.
I'm not getting involved in this.
John, that sounds a little, oh no, like that sounds a little LeBronish. LeBronish. What you mean he had a bad attitude towards others? I mean, you ain't say that about Mike, so I'm assuming Mike out here, he punching his teammates in the face like Kobe. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Kobe's energy, I guess, ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
Kobe's. I feel it feel a little like when you don't. All right, so John says, "Am I hating?" It only comes across as hate when you don't break it down. Like, what exactly are you talking about? Like, he had a bad attitude. Like, it reminds me of how women are talking about, not at all referring to you as a woman. I'm not. Hopefully, you understand. But it reminds me, Glay, you ever heard you ask your homegirl, now he tried to take the camera off. You ask your homegirl, yo, what happened in that last relationship? Oh, he was a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait, what?
That's the go-to line.
Like, oh, he was a narcissist. Like that's the first thing that people say.
They
That's
don't
like
never do
Kobe
this.
had a bad attitude, like a bad attitude. Like what?
He was around them bitch ass niggas.
Yeah, like bro, they should have adjusted the code.
Yeah.
Man. Kobe, they going out to the club. Kobe going to the gym. Like,
Yeah.
man, but yeah, we'll wrap it up. LL said she's with John. Y'all not Kobe fans? Yo, oh man. Y'all not Kobe fans. So hold on. Let me see what Big Bro wrote. Once you get to that level, I think you get the meeting. The behind the scenes folks make the offer to be an influencer for the agenda. My guess is LeBron said yes and Kobe said no. Yo, you know what I think about Kobe and yeah, man. Yeah. Kobe that's certain people just got it in them. Like they just standing on whatever they stand on. They just standing on whatever they stand on. And you know, like there's some negative memories that I have with Kobe. And now when I revisit them, I'm like, well, what was the right thing? I'm thinking about like when Kobe had comments when LeBron and them came out with the Trayvon Martin hoodies.
Yeah.
You remember that when they were in Miami, everybody wore a hoodie to show some love for.
Yeah, but what did Kobe say?
Kobe's take was like what? Like what? Like I don't understand what that's for. Like what is that? Like it was more. I think that was the energy. Let me not even say that because I'm just recalling like literally something from like 15 years ago. Like I haven't seen this recently, but Kobe's my guy. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
and we don't tolerate any Kobe slander, man. Kobe's my guy, man. My guy. Yeah. All right. Well, Glay, you want me to get the breath work?
Yeah, it's your day anyway.
It's my day. It's my day.
Oh,
so.
Hold on. Are we gonna talk about Nicki Minaj and her Trump card?
Oh, we can. You want me to pull up a video on that?
Yeah.
We can. You got anything? Oh, you had another video that you wanted to play too, right?
Oh, yeah.
You want to play that one?
Also, you saw the U.S. passes bill allowing government to remotely shut down your vehicle.
I did not see that one. And there were a couple other clips that I guess we could save until Monday.
Yeah, we can save them.
We could play that though. No, I was saying like I had a couple other ones that I mentioned earlier in the show, but
It's
we
10
didn't get
o'clock.
to. You want to look at the Nikki?
Nah, it's 10.
All right. See, now we'll catch it later. I'm at the wrong airport. All right, yo. So let's wrap this up. Let's do the most important part of our show, our breath work. We're gonna go through our box breathing technique that was introduced to us by our big bro Steve. It's a 4-second inhale, intentionally focus on inhaling positive energy, limitless energy, maximizing potential energy, Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality energy, anything against LeBron and his baby. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Then we do a 4-second hold, and then we do a 4-second exhale, releasing all the negative limiting energy, followed by another 4-second hold. And we're going to repeat that 3 more times for a total of 4 times. All right. So let's begin. If you're in a safe place, close your eyes and we'll begin with an inhale now. Hold. Release. Hold. Inhale positive energy. Hold. Release the negative. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Keep holding. We're going through our last cycle, so be very intentional with this next inhale. Inhale in positive energy. Ready, begin. Hold. Keep holding for a couple more seconds, and then we're going to have our big release, getting rid of that last bit of negative energy. Let it out now. Hold. All right. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's elevate on purpose, man. Elevate on purpose. Let's become better leaders. Let's upgrade our standards. Let's challenge ourselves, like Unc always says, to learn something new every day, to open up, like Glay says, to different perspectives. So that way, even if we're absorbing the same information, we may be able to look at it and gain something that we previously didn't just by looking at it from a different perspective. Yeah. Constant elevation. Let's just keep pouring into ourselves to become the best individuals we can become. So that way we can become the best teammates, challenging ourselves to be not only better leaders, but better followers as well. Strength and honor, onward and upward. Let's get to that bag. Let's figure out what we want to focus on. Let's back into it. What's the impact that we want to have on this world that we like to call our personal legend? And let's back into it. Let's figure out what's going to be our North Star, our directions. And what do we focus on throughout the day today that will ultimately determine that impact that we're discussing. So I like to focus on peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and integrity in all things that we do. We add in that balance, and Glay always adds in that little bit of perspective, or a lot of bit of perspective afterwards. So that's all you got from me, Glay.
And we got a double tap next week on Travis Kelce. Jason Kelce announces he will honor Alex Preddy and Renee Good in his upcoming podcast, costing him $2 million in total sponsorship losses. So I'm looking forward to get your perspective on that on Monday as well. Because I know you ain't gonna have the
Glay gonna hit him with the double tap. Like, what? I'm like, hold up, what? And hold up. So they said they lost $2 million for supporting Alex Preddy and for saying that they're gonna honor Alex Preddy and Renee Good.
That's what allegedly he said. He said he's gonna say something on his podcast about it, and I guess he announced that he was, and I guess he lost almost $2 million in sponsorships because of it.
Well, I'm sure he'll gain some as well.
Yeah.
And call out the sponsors. That's what I would love for.
Yeah, put their name, put it out there.
Yeah, put a name to it.
Put a name to it so people can pull up on the Addy.
Yeah, but that's interesting. Yeah, we'll touch on that maybe. When is he supposed to talk about it?
I think it's tonight he's doing his pod, so we'll see the feedback, I guess, and be able to be prepared for Monday on it.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah, so yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Absolutely. HCB, we know we good in your hood. Okay. We know when we pull up on the West.
Always, man.
We always good in your hood.
With the folk, man.
Lee Simplify, shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody, man. Great week. This week flew by, man. This week flew by, in my opinion. I'm like, yo, it's Friday. So, but a lot of discussions, a lot of transparency. But I think over time we've really been finding a way to communicate perspective for all of us, including myself, where we may not agree, we may not have all the quote unquote facts, but constantly forcing us to stand in a position where we're not necessarily subscribing to a group or a community, and we're subscribing to what's right, truthful, and transparent, and keeping that the standard at all times. So I think that's very important, and this is what we need to pass down to the generation, is that you cannot throw a rock and hide your hand. You know, this new generation, we're forcing you to stand on what you believe in, and whatever comes with it. That's what we need to push and force people to do. Not politicians having you not clips, having you crash out and then they go home to their crib. Not these celebrities like Meg Thee Stallion who want to come out, shake that ass, and then tell you to go vote. Not another, another one who I can't fucking stand, Taylor fucking Swift. Oh, your joint cut out, Glad. Taylor fucking Swift, bro.
You not a Swiftie?
Fuck no. Taylor Swift got her monkey ass up on this internet and told everyone that Trump is a monster. Don't vote for him. He's a clown. That's when The Wire hit. That was the first time he went in. Now this go round, she got married to Travis Kelce, who's good friends with your boy, the head quarterback, who be in the bunker with Trump.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I ain't heard a fucking thing about nothing. And you be saying it. These liberals use these influencers for the cream. And as soon as that Wire hit, next joint, now the Wire ain't hit. I ain't heard her say one fucking thing about politics. I ain't heard her say one fucking thing about nothing. Mouth been shut. But when that Wire hit, when Trump was running, you was telling everybody to not vote. He's a monster. How can you stand with him? Where are you now? Don't fuck with nobody.
For the cream. You heard me. I
For the cream.
didn't know what he was doing. He said for the cream.
That's for the cream, bro. That's when the fucking drawer opened. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as Taylor's cream hit, all of a sudden I ain't heard her say shit. And I don't fuck with that because that girl done influence how many?
Yeah.
She done damn near every little white girl, every grown white girl to not even care about politics and to just vote for me because I'm Taylor Swift. But where you at now? I can't fuck with that shit. Where the energy at?
Free Kanye, man.
Yeah. Why Ye has to take a knee?
Free Kanye. I'm praying for Ye, man. I just want him to find whatever peace he's looking for.
Y'all got Ye in here on a fucking knee, but Taylor Swift can tell y'all to vote Trump and then go get married. She got all those I'm single songs and then went and got married. Played the fuck out of y'all. Hold her accountable. No, y'all gonna buy them $2,000 tickets. Y'all gonna jump in the suite. Y'all gonna sell out her tour. Because y'all don't care. So tell them the same way y'all told LeBron and Kaepernick to keep that shit out of sports and entertainment. Why ain't y'all tell her that shit? See? That might be the first time I've ever seen your little Joe the logo. I ain't never even seen that shit before. Oh man, that's what I'm saying, bro. Can't become fans of these goofies.
You can't be fanatics, bro.
You can't, cause
gotta roll your own
crashing.
What Jan used to say, gotta roll your own boat.
Yeah, man. You can't do too much. Don't sell out. Don't spend for these people. Because like I told you, as soon as the cream hit, Megyn Kelly, they out of there. As soon as the cream hit, and you at work 9 to 5 and shit, and they catching a Wire on the first. Fuck these niggas, man. That's all I got. Yo, Abu Han said, y'all actually did a 2-hour show, and this shit feels short.
Yo, I feel like damn, we not giving them enough.
We're not giving. We owe y'all niggas like 30 more minutes type energy.
The nerve of these.
The nerve of these niggas to give us 2 hours like they're supposed to give us 3.
Y'all ain't got nothing to do.
Yo, yeah, man. Oh wow. See, he keep leaving. See, this is what he did that day. He told me to hold it down while he went to his seminar with the small hats. And then all of a sudden he isn't that what it was? It was small hat. It was like a entrepreneurship, but it was small hat energy in there, you said. All right. When y'all see him and he over there, and y'all know where over there is. I know Abu Han know.
I told you, I put in a call, bro.
He had some wall.
You thought Ye was the only one? I want my family back. I want my team back. I don't like it over here.
When this nigga at that wall y'all keep talking about chucking and jiving because the wire hit, because the cream hit, I want y'all to know. Don't be surprised.
No, I can't mock it. I can't mock it. You can't be mocking people's religions, bro. You can't be mocking people.
I'm just saying, when he go over there, bro, and you see him in a different location, just know the cream hit. Yeah. If y'all just know, whatever we do, y'all.
Yeah, you got me sweating now.
If we start switching up and moving different, we start saying shit we ain't said. I'm telling you, same way Kanye tell you. If we start saying something different, just know the cream hit. And
Bro.
y'all don't hold that against us. Okay.
I'm just saying, like I already told y'all, man. Those my brothers, those my sisters. So So
just let it go, y'all.
Life was better.
We told y'all not to be fans of nobody, including us. So just know, if the cream hit, we might move different. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yo, I told you I got invited to an event at headquarters maybe a couple weeks ago.
What's headquarters?
Headquarters, bro. Where I came home. You know how where they talk about like on some gang stuff, you got to come home. Where I got,
oh, okay,
yeah. So where I was, I guess people could call it baptized into the brotherhood.
Oh,
yeah, but I couldn't make it, so I ain't know whether it was like they were calling me there to address some things that I've been saying or to show. Let me stop. Well, I'm kind of joking, but
yo, hold on. Why Phyllis and HCB fighting in the comments?
What you mean? I didn't see that.
It look like y'all not arguing. I see somebody said Phyllis said, HCB, you seriously working my nerves. And then Phyllis, HCB's Phyllis, that's why you scared to walk the streets of Cali with y'all good.
Yeah.
Oh, we was just trying to ease shit up. We was just playing. Oh, HCB is rude. Damn. See, it's time to close the chat. That go ahead and get out the chat, man. They need the week. They fighting, bro.
Hey, yo, y'all know we family, bro. Come on, we gotta remember we family. But nothing wrong with addressing it.
Come on, man. Your mic off. It's red. Look at the top. It's red. It's supposed to be green. You got to tap it. There you go.
Yo, are you serious?
Yeah.
You can tap this mic and it goes on mute?
Yeah, do it again.
How'd you know that?
Well, remember, don't you always see me?
But you're not tapping the mic.
Yeah, my mic isn't like that, but I have something that is like that. A lot of those joints.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was showing red like when you talk too loud and it hits, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it does do that also, but not now.
I may end up keeping this thing.
You was gonna return it?
Yeah, because I was about to return this joint if I ain't like it. Because I have a bunch of mics, but I just forgot to bring them from Miami.
Oh, well, you getting out of there soon, ain't you?
Yeah, that's why I was like, but I'm like, I like this thing. They told me to try this one because I was just gonna get a cheaper one. Which one was I gonna get? I was gonna get one of those Blue Yetis. But then he was just like, dude was just like, yo, try this one.
I had the Blue Yeti. Remember when I first started, that was the Blue Yeti I had.
Does it work similar to this one?
Nah, it's weak.
Yeah, because it was like $100 or something. This one was like
180, 350.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, yo.
It do sound good, but damn, 350. Golly, you need to go used.
That's what I tried to do used. That's where I bought my first Shure mic, the one that's in Miami. That was a used mic.
Oh shit, this is used. It was brand
used mics worked. I mean, I got it from Guitar Center.
Yeah, I see. I went use Facebook Marketplace.
Oh no, I got mine from Guitar Center because it's still, I think you still get the warranty or something's not. Yeah, so but Guitar Center, I called them up. They didn't have any like this, I don't think. Because I asked them, I was like, you got any Shure MV7s? Because that's the one that I like. That's the one you have too, right?
No, this is the SM7B.
Oh, I think that one's better than this one.
Yeah, this one goes for like I think $6.99.
Yeah, I was about
$7.
to say, yeah, that one
But
sounds a lot
Caught
crazy.
me on Facebook Marketplace, toting the streets, drove up like drove 40 minutes out, scooped it off some dude who ain't even used it, was still in the packaging. Got that joint for like $3. And then I grabbed a little cloud lifter for like 180, something like that. And
I gotta look on Facebook Marketplace.
Nigga, that's where I do all my shots. It'd be so cheap. I don't even care if it go out. I'm like, if this shit break, okay, I'll just get another used one.
All right.
Yeah. So 300, you could definitely send that back and go get it. Oh, shout out
and
to
my
Ice.
dad. My dad just told me, all right, so this is the thing. And I'm glad that my dad pointed it out. He said, you're looking to your left while BK's on the right. It's because our computers are on the same. We're both being stubborn. In Miami, I changed mine to put it over here. So that way it looks like BK and I are looking at each other.
Oh, I never thought of
I'll
that.
do the same here. I'll do the same here. Nah. Because I'd be looking at it like, bro, it looks crazy.
Does it? I never thought anybody
both
read
of
it.
us will be looking over here like you looking at me. Or no, we'll be looking over here.
Yeah.
And we both looking out the way. But
I thought everybody just kind of put it. Oh, see, Abuhan said you got a small hat under there.
hey, Maya, go get my
Oh, you did have one, didn't
go
you?
get my uniform, bro. Stop playing.
You did have one. I've seen you with it on.
Now you've seen me with it on.
You was at a bar mitzvah.
Oh, yeah,
I
I did
rem-
have it on. You
Yeah.
didn't know about that.
I seen it.
You ain't see that.
I'm telling you, I seen it. You called me.
Oh, I probably FaceTimed you. I had it on.
Yeah.
Yo, I walked in there. So I walk in and my big bro, he pulled me to the side. He's like, you know, you don't have to wear that. I was like, nah, what you mean? Like, I'm showing love. Like, you know, this my people. Like, y'all my family. Like, I'm showing love.
He was all in.
Yeah, that's my family. When I said I got the call to go visit, that's what I'm talking about.
So does it stick? Does it like really stick up there? Like,
Nah, they have to put the clips.
an adhesive?
Yeah, but no, you have to usually clip it in.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't have to clip mine in. I just kind of had it. I probably had mine more up.
Yeah, you had it. You got it like that. That's where I thought. That's why I figured like this was your representation. Like, look,
Oh,
I
you
may
thought
not
this
be
was
small.
showing like some type of love?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it
it
may
is.
not be small hat energy, but it's big hat energy.
It is, bro.
Yeah, so because you
Like-
you basically do this.
Yeah, roll it up. Yeah, just so everybody know what time I'm on. Even though this is more Kufi-ish, so this probably is more Muslim, right? This is more Kufi energy.
I gotta see. I don't know if I've seen a kufi in a minute.
Y'all didn't wear them in high. So when we all used to wear them,
No, I didn't
In
wear
high
a
school.
kufi at my Jewish high
nah,
school.
we all used to wear them because when you first start locking your hair, it
Oh.
looks crazy. So everybody would just throw a kufi on over, and that was one of those things that you could maybe get away with wearing in school to where they wouldn't say anything.
It wasn't do-rag energy.
Yeah, and it wasn't a hat where they could tell you to take your hat off.
It was spiritual.
Exactly.
So they couldn't step
But,
on
but
that.
I still got, there's nothing worse than your hair looking crazy. Teacher come over, man. This drunk teacher,
Drunk.
yeah, he used to be drunk in school. My history teacher,
Montclair.
black dude. I still am angry about, man. He embarrassed me, bro. Like my hair, like I'm going through a process.
Why
He
you
made me take my
emphasize
hair
the black dude?
because he should know. And I feel like he was trying to embarrass me. Like a lot of these black teachers, they try to hold you to a higher standard, and it's cool. I get it. All right, cool. But bro, if I told you like, nah, I need to wear this, like, I think I walked out of the class or something like that.
What he told you pop
Yeah,
that shit
'cause I
off?
felt like he was trying to play me.
I just
I
want
felt like
you
he
to
was
know
trying to play me.
that's this nigga's energy. Like you can't tell this nigga to do not
He
content.
could've, but
I just
felt
want
like he
y'all
was
to know.
trying play me.
I'm just trying to tell y'all that's the way this nigga been moving since I met that in. You say some shit where he felt like you trying to play him, he walking out or he running up.
I felt like he was trying to play me, and I didn't like it.
What was the energy like? Take that shit off, nigga. Like
Nah, it was
boy,
It
was
was
it-
more just like
some
yeah,
boy energy.
He came over like, hey, you got to take that hat off. Oh, it's not a hat. Yeah, you got to take that off. And now it's in front of the whole class. So now it's like, well, Now it's an ego thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my.
And I'm just like, bro, like I'm growing like my hair out, like relax, like my hair look crazy. Like I'm not, I'm playing sports every day. I can't do my hair every day, but yeah, it was just I'm sure I was in the wrong. But
it sounds
like
like it.
But I felt like he was picking on me, even though I was in the wrong.
It sounds like it. You remind me. You remember that? You ever seen that movie Dope with Rihanna's dude? Rihanna's boyfriend. Rihanna's husband.
I done brought out my.
Let me
Give
see.
me my. Hey. Nah, it's not disrespectful. I'm showing what Glade you saw me with. You saw me with it.
Is that an N9? That look like N95 now.
No, this is not it's a yarmulke, bro.
Oh,
if my hair wasn't looking crazy now, but yeah, you just throw it on right here. You shouldn't. I don't know if it's respectful to throw it on a hat. But bro, I'm Jewish.
Abu Han.
I keep telling y'all.
Abu Han, get him.
Jewish, I'm Muslim. I'm Christian. I'm everything, bro. Those are my brothers and sisters.
Abu Han, get him. You know Abu Han.
You look at me differently now. That's the problem, bro.
Yeah. Abu Han will.
Bro, isn't that what we're supposed to? You call out your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Now I'm everything, bro. I'm everything. I miss the Jewish culture. I miss the Shabbats.
What's the Shabbat? That sounds like a sub.
See, that's what you need. Shabbat is something very valuable that I think everybody actually should incorporate. It's a day. It's the day of rest, right? What is this? What is it? God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh day.
Okay.
So during Shabbat, you don't use any electronics. You just hang out with your family from sundown Friday night to sundown Saturday night. And you just have good conversations, eat good, drink some good wine. And you just hang out and have good conversations with your family and just take a day to kind of release from society and the world and just build with your community, your village, your tribe. You feel me?
Well, Abu Han said, I don't give a fuck about them kufis. I want to know about this conference.
He didn't say that. Nah, the conference was the conference. I don't know if anybody. Yeah, the conference was just more so that he's talking about the TED Talk, the guy that founded the TED Talk conference. There were some interesting people there. Like I told you, the owner of the creator of The Simpsons, Maya was hanging out. We got to go to dinner with him.
With the Simpsons guy?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, nah. Maya Maya had a good combo with him. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't talk about the dinner. You didn't say.
Yeah. Because my boy, we ended up we split a check with the creator of The Simpsons, bro. I felt good about that.
What was it? Was it y'all? Well, you ain't
it
eat
wasn't.
shit.
It wasn't, huh?
Well, you ain't eat shit but fried breakfast.
Which is always like, well, then whatever. But it was dope. It was the Larry Page, Google, right?
Oh,
it was the head of Live Nation. It was the current head of Marvel. It was.
Hold on, nigga. You was at dinner with all these people?
No, just a few of them came to dinner. Larry Page wasn't at the dinner, I don't think. I didn't know what a lot of these people look like. So I told you, my bro just invited me to the conference. I didn't even know that I was going to be meeting all these people because I didn't even look at, who was going to be on there. So half the time I'm looking on stage, just like, who are these people? And they're talking, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the guy. That's the Simpsons creator. And I'm like, really? Like,
damn.
Yeah. And it was only about 100 people there, right, Maya? Like 100 people, I think. So my big bro, he's plugged in. Like, he shows love. So he's just like, make sure Maya, that's how at the dinner, he's like, Maya, make sure you cancel your flight and just come to the conference that day. So she came on the third day. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It was
Did you add him to the Discord?
Huh?
Did you add him to the Discord?
Nah, I didn't add anybody to the Discord.
What the fuck?
I didn't add him because I told him I told him about the Discord, but I told him that there's a lot of I just was direct. I said there's a lot of anti-Semitic energy in there, so a lot of them were Jewish. So I didn't want to I'm joking. Yo, look at Abu Han. Yo, look at him. Look what he wrote. I knew your ass was compromised. Yo, come on, man. Can't we all just get along, bro?
Hey, soon as the cream hit. Oh, as soon as the cream hit.
Man.
All
Yeah,
right, I'm out, man.
I miss those days, Glay.
Glad I'm out.
All right. Yeah, we'll see y'all. We clowning, bro. Long story short, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I know.
We got a super chat.
Yeah, Queez. That's what I'm going up to. Hold up.
Okay.
Queez, I was about to say, I know Queez sent, I was going to say sent the fire emoji, but Queez, big bro, my brother.
Oh, you know
my
him?
brother, my day one, bro. Queez and I says that's Sandbox.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queez, bro.
Yeah. Nah, Queez, man. I love Queez, man. Queez is living a life that I aspire to have. I look up to the life that Queez is living, bro. So yeah, Queez is doing it right, man. Doing it right. Solid brother right there. So Abuhan said, what's under the beanie? You never call out a Rasta. A Rasta will always show his hair. You feel me? He said, what's under the beanie? The problem is
I got shit.
The new growth and stuff.
Whoa.
Come on, bro.
Hey,
I just let my hair free.
Hey, yo.
Come on. Now we saying, hey, yo, Glay.
Yo. I'm checking out.
Hey. Come on, man. Maya, can I get my hair done?
Hey,
she over here always doing her hair, and then I always wash my hair, so I just don't do anything to it. I just wash it. And then just let it
Queez
rock.
said I've met Queez. You gotta show me a picture. I just don't know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
y'all have met, matter of fact. Y'all met, I think, a couple times actually. Where'd y'all meet? Was it at Kill Crib? No, that was Dub. I forget where y'all met. Probably met. Was it going out somewhere? Maybe
was it on that? Was it at that basketball game back in your hometown? You remember when I came up with you in Jersey and we went to the park and everybody was there? First time I ever seen one of those fucking like New York, New Jersey, like Rucker Park shits.
Glenfield.
Oh man, nigga, we
right.
MCAT. Yo, Dak coming. You know, Dak with all the gang niggas. So we pull up,
bro. What?
Every young bull he pull up, Dak. Then he go to his next man.
Nah, bro.
Then he go to his next man.
I don't know. None of those people are gang members. Those are just solid contributors to society. They work for the town, bro.
Oh, now they do, but back then they wasn't working for the town.
They all, everybody, we contribute to our community, bro.
Anyway, don't let him deter you. Then I pull up. Dak pull up. He don't even park in a parking spot. He pull that shit up on the curb. He like, dog, I know the fucking mayor. We good here. I said, you gonna lock the door? We in the city. He said, nah, nigga, it's good. It's my block. So I'm like, oh shit. So I pull up. He go to his trunk. He put that blick on his hip, grab a basketball, grab his basketball shoes. Jordans, might you ask, not Kobe's. Then we start walking over there. Whole crowd joint, dog. It's like, it's fun. It's got to be about 200 people out here, bro. We going through the crowd like swag surfing. We get to the bench, right? Dak said, yeah, hey, yo. Somebody hit back from the crowd from the other side. Yo. And I was like, oh, shit, they got like a bird call. So then I was like, okay, shit, that's his man's. He was like, hey, yo, I got next. Fuck this shit. I was like, yo, I don't even know if I'm ready. Like, I play ball, but these niggas look like they ball. Like, they don't even look like they go to work. They just ball on this court. So I'm like, oh, shit, bet. So I lace up my strength training shoes because I don't have basketball shoes, and I clearly wasn't prepared. Dak sliding on some J's. They might have been 11s. Then we go up in there. It's our time. He like, yo, I got BK. That's my big man's. And I'm like, oh, shit, I don't even know these niggas, but street niggas. Niggas got tattoos on their face, grills in their mouth, like all type of shit. So then I'm like, all right, bet. Here I am. I'm a big nigga, but I be thinking I'm a little nigga too, though. So I be wanting to get the handles. So Dak started, Dak really played ball. Really, his real first love was basketball. Don't let y'all get it twisted. He played football.
That's the only true thing that you said so far.
But basketball was really his energy. So we up over there, Dak, lace him. Niggas is throwing it. Dog, you would have thought I thought we was in Harlem because we look like the Harlem Globetrotters. Then I'm in that joint, and I never forget, dog. I had one move, and I only had one move. I only use my right hand because I can't dribble with my left. But I went through my legs, and around my back, the whole crowd stood up. Oh, went all the way to the joint, missed, but I ain't care because the move was crazy. I ain't never forgot that Glenn Mill moment.
Glenfield Park. Yeah.
That shit was hitting.
I like when you tell the stories. It brings more energy to it.
What you saying? It was cap? What part of that was cap? It wasn't
All of
1,000
it.
niggas out there?
All of it. And I definitely ain't have no gun on me. All of it.
You
Not
ain't
in
pull-
Jersey. Maybe in Indy. No. He's
you-
not.
So you did park in a parking spot.
Well, there was you could park there.
Oh, okay.
Like you couldn't park there, but I could park there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
See, it's all about that perspective. You feel me? It's all about perspective, bro.
Hey yo, this dude, Queen's probably looking like what happened? Like
Yo, that shit was crazy, bro. That was I was like, Dak, you grew up like this? He was like, yeah, these are my people.
But all joking aside, I do love the people in my hometown, bro.
That shit was fun.
I do.
Bro.
The adults and stuff like that, the teachers, a few of them, the people that run the town, like coaches and stuff like that. But the actual kids that I grew up with, older and younger, like I got a lot of love for the town. But outside of that, it's like a hate-love relationship with Montclair. But the people I love, bro. I love my upbringing, bro. Bro, I was spoiled, bro. Not spoiled by my parents, but just spoiled by like my friends and not by coaches or anything, like really by the people. Like I looked up to some people that always showed love to me. And my homies my age and the ones younger than me. They always just, I had an amazing upbringing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
An amazing upbringing. I was just being myself. I think they that's what they allowed me to just be myself. Didn't have to be any tough guy, didn't have to be any of that. Just could be myself, be cool, play sports, get good grades, show love and get it back. That's it, man.
Just that simple.
Yeah. That's it, man.
Oh,
Yeah. And they love whoever I brought back.
Yeah, it was always love.
They always shows y'all love. That's why
Always.
like whenever I brought somebody, whether it was you, Dub, whoever, man, everybody just naturally gravitated towards each other. So
Yeah, it was always love.
yeah. We'll see y'all soon. We'll see y'all Monday. No, we going live. We live streaming this weekend, Clay.
Oh, you
We're
say
live streaming, bro. Not a
say-
show. Not a show. Just live streaming.
You say this every time.
So then we're gonna live stream this weekend.
Oh, okay.
All right.